Hit them likes and them shares. Hit them up, hit them up. Get this stuff back started on this thing. Hit them likes and them shares. We'll be starting real soon. I ain't here to represent, baby. I can't feel good for you. $1,000,000 baby. It's only deflection, reflection. Another inspection. Who that? What? That Slim? It's the deal, Slim. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta. What? That Slim? I'll be about 1 second, y'all. I gotta readjust this screen up real quick. I ain't seen my sis in 100 years. What you been up to, man? Give me a second, wife. Y'all can hit them likes and share real quick. We're gonna get this topic went pretty far yesterday, but we're gonna get a reset on it because I really want to dig in deep on it. Oh yeah, for sure. Do your thug this with Slim. I see you up there. Better get them smarts going. I see you. You know, you gotta, it's real life first. You feel me? I like that though, man. I hope you been all right, man, and everything been going smooth for real. And focus and stuff for real. Well, definitely good to see you. Hold up. I gotta do a couple things. I got this thing trying to boot this thing up so I can get this next session on. Got me a little about few hours of sleep. Wanna go carrot magic?
Hello?
Alright. I'm busting my knee up. I was gonna try to see who decent live going on, but I haven't really talking about nothing, so I just said let me go ahead and start it up. While I'm up, get another session in. Let me put this thing in my ear. Man. What's the deal? Why?
Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
I'm good too, thank you. I just wanted to talk about the whole if you say a lot of women are passing away by pregnancy, why even open your legs?
Yeah.
So do you think that if you consent to SMEX, you're consenting to pregnancy?
Of course not.
Okay, so why would you make that statement?
I know we smarter than that, ain't we?
Wait, I should have asked you, do you agree or do you disagree with that statement, or what is
So ask that again. Ask one more time for me.
Okay, so why do you think that just because a lot of women are passing away because of why do you think that women shouldn't have SMECs because they're passing away from pregnancy?
Because ain't that important?
But you just
If you
agreed
feel
that
like you'll have a failed pregnancy, why even open your legs, right?
but
Or do you
if
really care
you
about your life?
but if you just agreed that consenting to SMECs does not equal consenting to pregnancy, therefore
Oh
you're
yeah, no. I thought you said the opposite. I thought you said, okay, yeah, most definitely. That's all. I think it's obvious. You know, soon as smacks is dang near create babies, don't they? Every time you open your legs, right? I think
okay,
every
so
last nature do that, right?
okay, so if you get into your car and you drive and you get into an accident, did you consent to getting into that accident?
Hold on, my back. Well, yes. So I'm not gonna say you consent, but it was obvious it was gonna happen. I
It
mean, it
was
was a chance.
obvious
It
that
was a
it
chance. We
okay.
know chances, right?
Yeah.
I think if people that don't live based off of chances, that's why the world the way it is right now. So yes,
But
if you're in a car, you got a good chance you may be in a car accident because it's gonna be reckless drivers out here. It's gonna be all that. So it's best for you to try your best. So I will say that, but you can't be shocked if you get popped because that's what comes. It's a risk.
so
Hey,
but
that
even in
rhyme, bro. That rhyme. You can't be shocked if you popped.
Ah,
You spitting
what's the
you
deal, my
spitting
brother? How
bars
you
out
feeling?
here. You spitting bars out here.
You know how we do in Detroit, you know.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, yeah. How you
So
doing, Miss Y? How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Mr. Blah, so basically?
Yeah, basically it's cool. I'm chilling, man, like a ceiling fan.
there we go. See, we got it.
Yeah,
We
man.
got it. See?
Yeah, man. What are y'all talking about up in here?
So I guess she wanted to hit the first one. If a lot of women are saying they pass away by pregnancy, why even open your legs? That's my. Well, she said, well, you drive a car. Do you consent to a car accident? No, you be prepared for one because that's life. And you take a chance every time you drive, right?
Well, I just wanted to also
So we
finish
know
that.
we know when you open your legs, you got a chance that you may get pregnant, right?
Yeah, you
Well, yeah,
accepted.
you
So,
understand the
as an
chances, but
adult,
just to finish, in legal and
yeah.
ethical discussions, consent does not equal liability.
Okay,
Like
so
that's not
we got it, but like just telling you, like as two guys, right? We don't know you, and we're not trying to get with you. We just holler, at you in a conversation. The way responsibility works is that if you do something, if you choose to involve yourself in something, then you open yourself to whatever risks are involved with that, and that's just the nature of reality. So if you're gonna like you can't complain about the risk involved with possibly deleting over a pregnancy while at the same time making a choice to sleep with people when that's how you get pregnant. Like you acting like this is a structural issue or patriarchy or internalized misogyny on the part of men to say that the choices you make come along with risk and that those risks that are part of the choices you make, you can't remove the responsibility of that off of yourself if it happens, right?
well.
Do you
I
mind
Patriarchy
if
and
I
understand.
ask a
toxic
question to
masculinity.
basically?
I got it, but just real quick, like that's not patriarchy or toxic masculinity or internalized misogyny. You know what I'm
But
saying? That's
that's
just
not,
common
again,
sense.
that's not how consent works. You can't consent to unforeseen actions. You can't consent to things that you don't
Sure,
know are actually going to happen.
sure. You can't.
That's why I brought up the hypothetical. Hold on, because I was respectful and I let you talk. So that's why I brought up the hypothetical that well, it's not a hypothetical actually. It's a real, it's a real hypothetical that
Okay.
if you get into your car and if you get into an accident, that you
Yeah.
don't consent to getting into the accident. You consented
Agreed.
to driving, you consented to getting in the car. Now that is different because you're not consenting to unforeseen actions. You're not consenting to getting into an accident. That's what I'm saying is that when you consent to having SMECs, you're not
Yes.
consenting to pregnancy. You understand that it's a risk, but you are not consenting to something that has not happened yet. That's impossible.
Yeah, and I just
Okay,
wanted to
so I
take that a
agree with
bit
that.
further. Why, if you guys don't mind, I did want to ask basically a
Well, real
question.
quick, hold on.
Do
I want
you?
to hold on one second. No, I want to respond to her, but I don't want you to lose your point. All right. So I get that what you're saying Like, I understand what you're saying. Okay, that just because I'm choosing to have sex doesn't mean I'm choosing to have a baby, right? And I don't know if I'm going to get pregnant and all of these different things. But these are just semantical arguments. Like, reality itself is that if you have sex, then you're taking on the risk that you could get pregnant. And so arguing against that is you like arguing about water being wet. You know,
Okay,
you
but
can't. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I understand what you're saying. I just see things differently than you. And I'm going to tell you, I don't think it serves you or other people to see the world this way because it denies the connection between an outcome and an action. And outcomes and actions are tied together. Sex and pregnancy are tied together. That's the natural thing. Okay, so if you get pregnant because you like to have sex and then you think the way to get out of it is to kill the baby, and the way that you kill the baby is you just never admit it was a baby, then this is a mess you've made out of reality for yourself. But the truth of the matter is very simple. Sex leads to pregnancy, and so it's always a potential outcome. And if you have sex and you open yourself to that possibility, and killing the kid to get out of it, and it is obviously a crazy way to solve the problem. So the best thing to do is to have a lot of control over how you approach sex, because otherwise you will get pregnant, and if you get pregnant, then you'll have to make a choice about a child that maybe you weren't planning for. That's the reality of the situation. And I think you ladies often, you talk all of this consent and stuff. I don't know. I don't know where it comes from, but it disconnects you from the reality of the situation you're dealing with.
Well,
okay,
it
but
came
can we
from.
What you're dealing with
okay.
is just the
Well, it came
reality of the
from.
situation you're dealing with is just that if you have sex, you open yourself to the risk of pregnancy.
Okay,
Obviously.
but you
Well,
understand you said like several false statements in your one
Okay.
statement. Like, I understand where you're coming from with it. However, you have to understand that one, SMEX does not automatically lead to pregnancy. That's implantation you're referring to. And just because an egg gets fertilized does not mean it will implant. And literally, you're like, so first off, a problem that a lot of people don't get is that one, just because you have unprotected SMEX, the woman may not even be fertile. She may not even be able to get pregnant during that time. So second of all, if she's wearing a rubber and that rubber breaks, she clearly took actions to try and prevent that, pregnancy. So, you can't say, well, you had it, so you consented to the risk, because no, you didn't, especially if you tried to do everything to
Well, you can't
prevent
be
that risk
serious.
to coming
No,
from
this is the
like
way they see
fruition.
it. That's okay.
Nah,
That's
it
So
all I'm
can't be
you
saying.
have
serious. That's
to.
crazy.
I'm so serious. So we also understand that because you were trying to say, oh well, because you did
I
something,
got
you
a way
consent to
to
the
explain
risk.
it to her. Watch, Brandon. Watch,
Life
watch.
literally comes with risk. Being born comes with risk. We understand that. We acknowledge that. However, we don't say that we consent to the risk of, for example, going into the ocean. It's a risk you can get taken by, a wave, or you can drown, but that doesn't mean you consent to it because you wanted to have a fun day at the
I
beach.
know, but you're
There's a
just
chance that when you eat, you can get food poisoning.
We're gonna make the
Just
whole
because
thing
you
about consent, huh?
consumed,
yeah. To
food
her,
does
she
not
thinks
mean
there's an
that you
argument about
consented
consent.
to getting
So where
food
the word?
poisoning.
Okay. Anyways, where the word consented? I'm trying to see where y'all trying to derail the whole point of my first topic and talking about consent. Who cares about that? Consent or
Because
not, we know the deal behind
Yeah,
sex.
I
Smack.
hold
understand that you
on,
do, but
Because it's
it
for
Yeah.
pleasure. If they
yeah,
didn't want
because
Okay,
the
it
so
is
egg,
say
okay.
they
you
get it for
addicted
pleasure.
though, but don't just say that your
hold on,
addiction is higher than you preferring that you
What
may
But
be
that's
addiction?
a
unalive.
it's a
hold on.
subjective opinion that you
B.
have
The
that it's an
issue that the
addiction.
issue. Hold
Yeah,
on,
it's
B.
not an addiction. And then if I
Hold
get
on, B.
the
The
fetus
issue.
yeeted,
One
I'm
second,
not
my
gonna
friend.
unalive.
Yeah, one
That's
second, my
what
friend.
the
So
ABR is
I
you're
got
for.
you.
gonna
I got
unalive
it.
a
Yeah.
baby.
So, B. The issue they have is they believe that them granting consent somehow can remove responsibility for the outcome off of them. And so they're saying, I don't consent to this so that when the outcome comes, that's not my responsibility or my fault. This is a word game that they're playing where they think that somehow, if they don't consent to something that's tied to an action they're taking, they can remove the responsibility of that act off of themselves. And reality doesn't respect that because that's just not how things work.
Who's removing the responsibility?
I got, hold on.
The
I'm explaining this to
responsibility is
Brandon.
inevitable if you get pregnant. Sorry, I just wanted to implement that.
I
That's what
I
I'm
got it.
saying. We never said we don't have responsibility, but we're taking that responsibility
All
and
right,
doing
so
what's
hold on.
best suited for our
Ladies,
life.
let
So
me,
if an
I got it.
ABR
Ladies,
is what's best suited, that's
let's
what we
play the defense.
did.
I got it. Let me play it a different way. Okay.
Got you. Okay, let's see.
Let's say you're
Land
a
the
guy.
plane.
Hold on. Don't do that. Let's communicate and be cool with each other. Because I don't do the disrespect thing back and forth
Well,
with
I'm not trying to be
20-year-olds. I
disrespectful.
don't
It's just
care. I
that
don't know. I don't
All
care
right,
if you
you'll
were
be all
trying to
right. We're
be.
just having a
Hold on.
conversation.
Look,
I
I
don't
don't
get
care
why
if
you're
you were
making this
trying.
more than it is.
Yeah, I don't care if you were trying to be. It was. So just be cool, and
Gotta
I'll
be
be
in
cool
here.
too. Let's do it that way instead of the because we disagree, we got to be smart asses. Let's not do that one. I don't like it. Okay. Anyways, so ladies, can we all agree that if you're a guy and you get a girl pregnant and you didn't intend to get her pregnant, you didn't want to get her pregnant, you don't want to have a child, you don't want to have a baby, you don't want her as a wife, none of that matters. If she decides to have the baby, then you need to parent the child and you need to provide for the child. And if you don't, then that is wrong to do. It is immoral, right?
Okay,
If
yeah,
you're
we'll
a bad
disagree on
person.
that one. I believe that the father should be able to sign over his rights if he doesn't want anything to do with the child.
Okay, all right. So that's because whose needs do you put at the top of the hierarchy, the dad's or the child's?
I put the people who are actually involved with it. And so for that
Okay.
scenario, I would put both of their needs in that,
All right.
when I'm
So,
trying to evaluate what I want to do with this. Because at the end of the day, if a man doesn't want to be a father, do you really think he's going to be a good father to that child he didn't want in the
I
first
don't think he
place?
will be. I don't think he will be. But I think
Exactly.
that,
That's why I say go ahead and write your rights off and get it over with. The child's going to be better with the mother who wanted it.
yeah, I get it.
Don't
But
bust it
I'm going
open
to,
to a non-good father. That's crazy.
yeah, I get it. I get it. But what happens with kids that are raised without dads?
They'll be fine
Yeah,
if
I
they
know
have a good
you.
mother.
Yeah, I know you think that.
I know that.
Well, hold on. I'm not arguing with you about it. I accept that you think that, but none of the data agrees with that. And men that grow up with just their mom don't grow up saying, you know what, I really didn't need a dad because my mom was so great.
What data?
So well, there's a lot of data actually about
Can you
it.
name a
Like,
source? I see source on single parent households, but it's just because of the economic disadvantage.
I,
Do
Can
I
you
you
have a
put it
understand.
up
source that
and let him
shows me that
finish?
one
Cut
parent
Yeah,
is
out
going
and
to
let
be
him
like
finish,
a bad
it's
please.
okay.
thing
It's
There's
under the
other
okay.
people on
economy?
the panel. Can you let the man finish speaking?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I want the source for.
Well, shut the
yeah,
fuck up and you'll hear. Let
yeah.
the man finish his point.
Yeah, Micah, I understand. I've talked to a lot of ladies that believe that single women can raise kids on their own as long as they make enough money. If they make like $70,000 a year instead of $30,000 a year, then magically their son doesn't need a dad because they're getting $5,000 a month into their account instead of 2,500. So now all of a sudden that kid, whatever socialization they were supposed to get from a father, it just the need for that just magically disappears. I understand there are women who think like that, but I'm just telling you that if you take a look at the percentage of folks in jail, mental institutions, don't graduate from college, grape other women, addicted to drugs, addicted to alcohol, guess what? They all got one thing in common. They were raised by a woman that talks and thinks like you. So
Yeah,
I
that's true.
understand. Hold on. I'll land the plane. I understand the point that you're making, and I've talked to other women who see the world the way that you do. They think that the reason that the kids are turning out bad is because those women don't have enough money that's raising them, and it's not that those kids needed a father, right? Because a father, and there's a lot of ladies, unfortunately, in our community that think like this, that think that they can raise kids on their own, and then you ladies complain about the men you're dealing with and say that they're punks or that they're sassy and they're zesty and they don't want to pay for dates. And most of you women can't connect the fact that you're complaining about the son of a woman who thinks just like you. These guys that are punks that put their hands on you. These guys that are punks
No.
that don't pay for dates. I'm just talking about those men. I'm not talking about the men you date or marry or who you with. I'm talking about there's definitely an issue with this younger group of men right now, and I'm dealing directly with it as somebody who mentors these young men. And the issue they have is that a lot of them, they were raised with no father around because they had a mother that thought like you. So it's okay that you think the way you do. I'm not going to argue against it. I'm just not of the reality that all of this data that points to these negative outcomes for all these young men and women that are raised by single mothers is irrelevant or a trick by the white man. If you aren't familiar with that data, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to argue with you about reality.
No,
Yeah. Hold up. Yeah, we ain't about to do that all day because y'all three gonna be talking all day. So I got four other people up, or five other people up here. So let Nerd go, and then I'm gonna get Keith, Rush, Corset, and Slim. Yeah, because
Well,
y'all can go all day. We got to at least let them talk.
great afternoon, great evening. Jeez.
How you feeling?
When women talk about like smacks and pregnancy, and I hear a lot of excuses. Like smacks is
Hey,
not
y'all can make
intended
yourself
for.
busy and tap the screen for nothing. I know y'all just came in here for whatever, I guess to smoke or something, but we trying to get somewhere. This ain't no argument thing and nothing. I'm trying to get a point across on this situation though. But y'all can tap into the end. We can at least get to at least 20K. It's about 64 people in here. All right, yeah, TT, you got me. And then if y'all share it out, you can do that too. Share it out. A couple of hashtags for FYP. And join the team. I mean, his name, it wouldn't be too bad over here. Go ahead and join the team. 1 penny. You can go right where my name is at. You'll see that heart up there, that orange heart. Go ahead and tap that, though. So, yeah, make yourselves useful, man, because we're trying to have a conversation. Go ahead, nerd.
Okay, yeah. So smacks was not intended solely for pleasure. It's for producing kids. And if you know the intention of what happens when you have sex, you know what happens. Why in the hell would you give your body to men that you don't see fit as a father or a husband? All I hear are women making excuses for being irresponsible with their body and then saying, well, it's my right as a woman. Only in America do we make excuses for being irresponsible with our genitalia. And I am a mother and a wife. I am currently pregnant, so I know that when I lay down with my husband, the possible outcome of becoming pregnant. So if I don't want kids, I would not open my legs. Women need to stop saying, my body, my choice. It's crazy. Y'all spending all this money on AB, and then it don't make no sense to me. You want the rights to delete a child because you're ashamed of the man you laid with. You're ashamed of the man that he's not going to step up. He's not going to do what he's supposed to do. So you're basically telling the world that, hey, I am a poor decision maker and I want to sweep my problems under the rug. That's all AB is a people, a women, and then they always bring up grape. Like y'all always argue the point of grape every time AB is mentioned. Stop it. Y'all don't have to do pity parties and all type of other extra BS every time we talk about AB. Close your damn legs and leave smacks for people that are actually responsible and want something out of life and a family. I land my damn plane.
All right.
As you should, but
I know you
also,
heard the
why do
order.
you?
You're going to still slip in anyways, man. I know you heard the order, man. We'll just give it a chance. So y'all can hold it in. So really the topic, this is the whole focus, man. My whole point is that the people that repeatedly do abortions, right? If you agree to more than one, you really don't care about the kids how y'all say y'all do. So it's showing right now, y'all clear about that pleasure more than anything. But yeah, we want to stop hearing y'all say, we care about the kids. No, you care about yourself. So you ain't going to keep doing the same exact thing. I can get now the first time I said I let it slide. I get it. Things can happen. But if you keep repeatedly doing abortions, now it says how you feel about the kids. So go ahead, Keith. How you feel about what they talking about?
Hey, check this out. I want you to notice something, Kev. You ever notice these women are always rude?
Oh, yeah, it's always like that.
Yeah.
People get emotional at school.
Oh my God. It's like they're always rude. They want to talk over you and they want to interrupt you and they want to get their point off and the only point matters is their point. And I find it funny, like, these women act like entitled children. I'm just being honest. She said exactly what I wanted to say, so I just want to talk about that part because they act like entitled children and they act like teenagers. Ooh, I made a mistake. Let me press reset, like they playing a video game or something. Life is not a game like that. You don't get to restart. And then they value their careers and money over family. But then they're like, oh, I want a family. How come? Check this out. Nobody ever talks about the mental health of women who've had abortions. I never hear that. because they at some point down the line when they get older they realize they off some children and like, oh, I've heard it too many times, so you can't argue this point. And you done off some children. Now you having regrets. Now you an old lady with cats, and now wishing like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that. But my body, my choice, and y'all let this government. I'm gonna tell y'all, black women, a lot of y'all don't understand that you are the biggest tool in white supremacy. You don't even get that. You do not even get that. We have the highest. I want to say the word, but I'm gonna change it. We have the highest rate of loss of children in abortion. I mean, in amongst other races. But y'all just still willingly signing up. Well, let me off the next deliverer for the black community. Let me off the next savior for us. Don't even know who you offering. But I land.
All right. I promise y'all, I know it's eating y'all a little bit. Soon as Slim go, we can go right to open panel. Go ahead, One Rush.
Oh, I thought it was me after him.
No, I'm doing a zigzag. You after
Okay.
you after, then it's Slim last.
I'm not gonna lie. My original point, I don't even know. I don't remember what it is, but here's my thing. Kev, y'all could ask Kev. I'm not a girl's girl. I'm not a guy's guy. I go for whatever I feel is right, right? And even me and Kev don't agree all the time, right? However, there is still, regardless. I'm not negating anything any man has said previous before me when it comes to abortions and the percentage of abortions versus other ethnicities. I'm not negating that at all. I'm not discrediting that at all. However, how we're treated in the medical system bothers me more, because it's like you can't complain about the same system that granted you these basically granted you these wishes or privileges, but then when you need a heart transplant or a leg or whatever the case may be, you're like, oh well, you know how they do black women in the industry, the medical industry. Well, you were just in the medical industry when you got the AB. Do you get what I'm saying, Kev?
Yeah.
And but at the same time, I feel like the women's body set the argument is forever going to be a rocky hill, because at the end of the day, I feel like no woman deserves to fully be forced to go on with a pregnancy where it was something unwanted happened to her and that's how she got pregnant. I do think that's a bit torture for me, in my opinion, but and that goes on to like, how long do we wait until the pregnancy? Through the pregnancy, is there a deletion period or is there not? You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. All right. But she just said her piece and got up out of there. I need another mod. I'm saving that spot for a mod. But go ahead, Corset. How you feeling, man?
Hello, how you doing, handsome?
I'm good. Appreciate you.
The problem with this conversation is there is way too many unbangable men that got something to say about other women's bodies that they can't land. It is always bizarre. You can hear it in their voice that they don't get none. And you can hear in their voice that they don't want anything from the opposite gender. Mind your damn business. That's all I really want to stress. Mind your business. You don't got a period, mind your business. That's it. You ain't got a kitty cat, mind your damn business. It's not your business. Because when you get her pregnant, you abandon her and then got the nerve to be like, she should have kept it. What? What? That makes no sense. You mean to tell me there's no married women who end up single mothers? While you being super judgy, God forbid anything happen to anyone who's married, and the dude up and pieces out because the side chick was doing the fun stuff. Because Smex ain't for fun. It's supposed to be for procreation. Well, that fun chick, that fun one, she gonna get both. She might not even have to have the kid. She could just take the money. What are we doing? Oh, don't run now, bro. You had a whole bunch to say about women. Why you running so fast? If you
What I just missed?
want a man, just say that, gentlemen. Just say that. But get out of people's uterus that you don't belong in. Oh, well, I'm an upstanding citizen because blah, 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 blah. Nobody gives a shit. You're unbangable. Gross. They are not even swallowing for you. That is how inconsequential in women's lives you are. You ain't getting the best because no one wants to keep you. And this is why you're up here bitter, mad that women ain't keeping them big-headed masses that you accidentally leave in the chamber. They don't want it because they don't want you. And that's the real problem. You can't keep us no more.
That.
Like a bad influence. You can't
Tea.
trap us no more. That's the real problem. But you know who can? You know who can trap us? Massa. Because if y'all gonna bend over for Massa, we should too. Ladies, listen to these gentlemen. They love Massa. So should you. If they telling you you ain't worth a damn, you know who's not? Brad. Brad finna buy all the wigs.
Who is
All
Matt?
the wigs.
Hold on real quick.
No, let
I
her.
just want to
So,
know who Matt
So
is.
At the end of the day, I want to go ahead and say vote for Kamala. She opened the borders so that real men can come into this country. Real men that know how to fix cars, build houses, and jump fences.
we most
Get
definitely not
you a
about to make
Mexican
this
today.
that.
Because if these
We not
brothers
about
don't want us, Pedro will.
Cool. That's what
I
you
love
got
y'all
out of
on
that.
the
That's cool.
plane.
So,
Tea.
all right.
Hey, so hold on real quick. Kev. So basically what you said
Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Because if a guy gets enough sex, if he has enough access to sex, then what he thinks about when a life starts, that matters. So the men whose ideas about how we should function as a society, right? What value we should
I think it
place on
starts as
life.
sperm. Why do you get to beat off in the morning? Where the police at?
Yeah, I got it. Thank
You getting all these socks pregnant without their consent,
Yeah,
bruh?
I got it. Thank you for that one.
Ain't it slim turn?
Yep, I waited for you to finish, and I made sure everybody else did. Show me the same respect.
I
from
think
you.
Forsetta was saying it's an order.
I
Like there was
got
supposed
it.
to be an
Yeah.
order so everybody could
Yeah,
go.
I
got it,
my
Micah.
turn.
Slim's turn,
I got it,
homie.
Micah.
Get that
I
sock
got it.
pregnant
Thank
again.
you. Yeah, thank you for that. So all I'm saying is that the basis of your point is that men who get enough pussy, those are the opinions that matter. And if you're not getting enough pussy, the qualifier for whether or not what you say makes sense or is good or right or moral or how we should structure society, the qualifier isn't whether or not the idea is good or bad, none of that. It's whether or not you're getting enough pussy. And if you can't get enough sex, then your opinion doesn't even matter anyways. Thank you for that. That was deep and insightful. And that's exactly why you should have the right to vote, because it's deep and insightful. And then Micah's sitting up there in the corner
I never
laughing
heard
like
pussy
you
sound
ate.
so creepy coming out
I
of a
got
man's
it.
mouth,
I got
bro.
it. Thank you.
I had to
know.
walk away on that one. That's
No,
mad creepy.
I got it. Your response is creepy. Nothing to say about the point. Nothing logical, reasonable, rational. Nothing intelligent at all. Except if you're not getting enough sex, then your opinion doesn't count. And
That's
Micah is
not what they
signing off on
said
that.
at all.
Thank you. Let's keep it moving. Let's
Why
keep
are
it
you
moving.
frogmen and
It's
Forsetta
Slim
arguing
go.
that?
It's Slim go, y'all. Hey, mute up everybody else.
I am. They just called me out. That's the only reason I said something.
Where was that energy when what's his name was crying about snatch?
Hey, I just text in the chat like I'm trying to be respectful of everybody. Just mute up everybody. That's it.
Okay, hey panel. I really wanted to answer the second question. So I'm gonna start there. It says, do you believe that God is more pro-life or pro-choice? Pro-choice. And I guess that will lead back into like the first question. Your power isn't your choices. I think it's really simple. Your powers and your choices, women. I mean, the conversation at hand can go both ways because both parties have to be accountable. But I feel like it's irresponsible, you know, having kids, having smacks, as y'all call it, not thinking about what can happen next. Children are part of that. I'm a single mom, so I've been down that road, know how it goes. Kids need both parents, both healthy parents. So I would say your powers and your choices, and that's what I would say.
Go ahead, throw it out. And then I want to respond to what Corset said, because go ahead, Tom.
Who get offended, but if you don't wake up and wash it, it ain't yours. So with that perspective, you know what I'm saying, you can't tell them what to do. Just as a man, I know I ain't going in nothing raw that I don't want to have a baby with. I'm not laying down with nothing that I don't see no potential with unless we both establish that it is just for fun. And you know what I'm saying? Or I know I'm at that age where, you know, fuck all them games. We ain't in high school, but if you out here getting it in on both sides, neither party got respect for each other or they self. You know what I'm saying? So the blame can't be placed on one particular side when it take two to tangle. You know what I'm saying? And just as much as a sock getting pregnant, the shower head got down beating walls up too. You know what I'm saying? So it's a two-way street on all that. Agree to disagree if we can't get past the point where everybody feeling like they got to get a point across and we cutting each other off.
Yeah. All right, so let me say this though. The thing, because I'm trying to see what everybody reading. I don't get where I said that anybody had a choice over. I guess y'all just reflect as soon as y'all see that word abortion. Y'all just say what y'all want to say though. I don't even know what it got to do with men who can't get kitty. What did this topic got anything to do with that? But I guess everybody, y'all can express yourselves. Y'all got it out, right? So the whole thing is, I want to see if y'all denying the whole point of this topic. It says that y'all don't really care about the kids. It's obvious. Everything that came out y'all mouth don't sound like it said anything towards the kids, and it's showing. That's why I let a lot of y'all just talk. It show me where y'all stance is at. So the topic itself is y'all don't really care about the kid. Y'all don't care about the kid agreeing to more than one. And then the other thing with the pro-life, I highly disagree with that. I believe he's pro-life to anything. I mean, that's why sin is a sin, because it goes against your life and your way of living. And I think he wants us to live. That's the whole point. That's why even throughout the whole Bible is about living, you know, and that's why he don't like us hurting ourselves. That's what sin is though. So I think he wants us to make the right choices for our life. I wouldn't say that, because pro meaning like prioritize. So he would want us to prioritize our life, just like anything in general. Anybody, you know, prioritize like pro life in general. You would think everybody that's pro life just really care about the kids. It's obvious that people that's pro choice care about themselves. So, and I noticed that through everybody's conversation, it's all about, let me see how I feel, and this is what I want to do, and I want this pleasure and all this stuff. And I hear y'all, Miles. I mean, everybody's just running off because, you know, they can't stop giving that thing up. That's their only form of feeling like they're somebody in life. You know, I've been left that stuff. I mean, I've been left that feeling a long time ago. I learned to be celibate, and it showed me how many, not even celibate, abstinent, right? And it just showed me how many people just ran by the situation and they feel like a nobody unless they giving that thing up or getting something. And it's a sad world. That's the reason why we in the predicament we in today. That's why we talking about AB and acting like, you know, well, it's just a thing and I gotta let it out, man. If it's really that serious, y'all better to hit a corner and start going to welling with your fingers or something like that, because y'all trying to cost kids life. One of y'all was one of the kids. Luckily that they didn't have people that thought like y'all, feeling like, you know, it's just the way we're just a fetus and all that other stuff. Y'all fetuses get to talk today. So me myself, I'm gonna pick the kids overall. But like I said, as long as y'all talk, y'all tell me where y'all stand at. I can see that y'all care more about, a lot of y'all care about more about y'allself and getting that little pleasure. And that ain't gonna last too long. You know what I'm saying? When y'all could have had somebody that been in your life that's watching you and all this other stuff. But like I said, in this even with this overall, whatever war you want to call it, a war or something, on this thing on the app, right? It's people that care about themselves versus the people that care about the future. And I noticed that. And every time, so like I said, let people open their mouth and show where they stand at. It just show where they stand. That's why they lifestyle a certain way. That's why they, you know, and all we doing is arguing lifestyle. Well, you talking against my lifestyle. That can't be true. You can't be saying that. That's gonna what's that? that's gonna take me away from my grind and my other stuff. Like, if you don't care about nobody else but yourself, I'm nobody talking to you. Stay in y'all little rooms. That's what I'm saying. If y'all don't care about the future and all that stuff, y'all care about busting it open more than anything. Y'all care about I mean, all type of stuff. I never hear anybody talking about the future. Y'all just care about, well, like I said, what did this topic got to do with a woman's body? I'm just saying y'all careless mentality, y'all character. That's all that's showing. But it showed me that's what y'all first thoughts is when y'all come on here.
How many
That's what I'm
folks
saying.
got
Y'all
kids?
expose yourselves every day.
Can I add something?
Go ahead.
Yeah, because you mentioned something. I want to make sure I elaborate a little bit more on what I said. You said pro-choice. You said you will be pro-life versus, you think he's more pro-life versus
Yeah, pro-life, yep.
pro-choice. And I just want to piggyback off that. I understand what you're saying in totality. Yes, a lot of people make a lot of bad choices. So, why wouldn't it be pro-life? But guys just don't operate like that. Because if he took our choices away, then we would just be doing everything right. You learn through your poor choices, good and bad. So unfortunately, yes, we make a lot of bad choices and it leads to a lot of bad outcomes, but we're supposed to learn from them. Don't look at it as a negative. What did you take from it? Unfortunately, a lot of people don't do that. So they repeat the same behavior, which goes back to what you said versus, okay, after the first one, I get it. Why aren't you making different decisions? Because they're not learning from it. So they got to repeat the course. It's like if you go to a class and you fail, you got to repeat the course until you get it. So that's kind of how it works.
So, no.
If you don't get it the first time, it's gonna keep popping up in a different pair of shoes until you get it. Like him teaching you is him loving you and keep giving you it over and over for you to get it, not just pass.
I got it.
You got to get it first before you can take the next step. And a lot of people just don't get it, and that's unfortunate because it is choices, and everybody got and that's why I said your power is in your choice. But you got to know what the good and bad choice is. That you got to take it that far to know that, to get that.
Wait, basically, before you start, can I just state a statistic really quickly?
Yeah.
Okay. So in 2021, the CDC literally stated that all women in the U.S. that have had legal induced abortions, only 8% of them had 3 or more. More than 50% of women have never had an abortion in their entire life. So to sit here and to equivalate that women get multiple abortions to disregard their responsibilities for pregnancy is absolutely negative and degrading, because that's just not what the statistics prove at all. Yes, there are women who have gone through 3 or more abortions, but more than half of women have never had an abortion in their life. And 24% of women have only had 1 abortion in their life. So I don't know where you're getting this revelation.
What are y'all fighting for then?
Okay, what are we fighting for? We're fighting for the choice.
Ain't that bad.
We're fighting for the choice to whether to choose to have one or not.
Hold on, Kev. Look, check this out. I think that, so I look at this differently. And a lot of people that want to make up rules for society, they think of it differently. Because if you want to make up rules for society, then you can't just make up rules based off of how you want to experience reality right now. You have to think about what the consequences are of having having society function a certain way. All right. So I believe that every life is important, and that if a baby can live, then it should live. And if the mother can live, then it should live. And if the mother and the baby, if there's a choice between the two, then the mother gets to make the choice. But I think that this is a baby, right? Now, it may not be fully developed at the start, but it's still a human life. Now, we know that it's a living thing, okay? And that's not even up for arguing. The question
Can the fetus live outside on its own?
No, it can't. No, it cannot. And
then it's a parasite.
I got it. You see,
without the
baby,
host, right?
Hold on, check this out. And so I got it. So did you see what the lady said right there? So this is the game that Democrats or liberals or women who are on the feminists end up playing. They have to come up with words to disqualify the human element of the baby. So that's why they call it a fetus. It's an unborn baby, but they just call it a fetus so that they don't have to admit that it's
a fetus in animals as well. Did the animals make that up too?
I got it. Yeah, there are fetuses in animals. It talks about a stage of development. It doesn't mean that what's inside of a bull's belly that is a fetus is the same thing that's in a woman's belly. It's a stage of development. The point I'm making to you is this woman just called it a parasite because she has completely dehumanized it altogether. It's not human to her in
Can
any
it
way.
live without the
I got it.
host?
Hold on. I know you don't agree, but that isn't an
No, no. Can it
invitation
live
to
without the host, sir?
I heard that already, and I said no. So I don't want you to interrupt me. I get that you think about this differently. I don't need you to interrupt me with your ideas so that you can make your point. We hear you already. You got a chance to speak. Now be quiet. All right. The point I'm making to you all is that there are people who believe, like myself, that these are people, that they're just in an early stage of development, and that even though they're in that early stage, their life is still valuable.
Yeah, it's called a
Okay? And
fetus.
so yeah, even if you want to, even if it's in the fetal development stage, we believe the life is still valuable. So check this out. So I don't think that I think that there are people like you guys where you completely dehumanize it. If you don't want it, if it's
How did I
not,
completely
hold
dehumanize
on,
it?
no, I'm not. Listen, I don't want to argue back and forth with you. I want to finish the idea. And then you can say whatever you want about the idea, but you don't even know what you're arguing against yet because you just want to keep pushing your concept. And I understand you already. It's not a baby to you. It's something else or lesser that doesn't deserve to live if you don't feel like doing it. I get
That's
it.
not what I said, but okay, go off.
I get that's not, hold on. I get that's not what you said, but if it's a parasite or if it's a fetus, so it's not really a baby, then that's the situation. And the situation is that its life doesn't have enough value. Well, hold on. Its life doesn't have enough value for anybody to protect it. And unless the mother decides it's a baby, then it's not a baby and it's perfectly fine to kill. And that's how you guys think about it. And I'm not trying to change your mind about it. I just don't think we should build a society where that's the way we teach people to think about their unborn children, because then you get people who call them a fucking parasite, like the sociopath that just said that shit.
Well, I mean, the relationship is parasitic, so it's not completely wrong.
Yeah, the relationship
the
is
definition?
parasitic.
I
An
understand you guys.
organism living in
Yeah, I
with
got it.
another
don't
organism in
listen,
order
check
to
this
obtain
out.
nutrients, grow, multiply, often in the state directly or indirectly harms the host.
I got it.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
literally,
I
the
think
baby is
exactly.
taking nutrients from the mother, which
I
then leads to
understand.
harm.
I'm not trying to change your opinion. I'm not trying to change you guys'
Inhuman, sir,
opinion.
but I read you the
Listen,
definition of a
yeah,
parasite.
I heard it. I got your definition, and I heard it. And
Am I still inhuman using that definition?
Yeah, I think it's sociopathic.
No, you're not inhuman.
Yeah,
Because
I
that
got
was the
it.
definition.
You're not
No,
inhuman.
I guess they
You're
try
not
to find
inhuman.
every last
Just
point
We
to
can't,
take
we
away the
can't
whole
hear
point.
nobody if
Yeah.
everyone's talking.
Yeah.
We cannot
Well, you
hear
gotta
if everyone's
hey,
talking.
Kevin, you got to. Thank you, Miss Nerd. The point that I'm making to you all is that I'm fine. I understand people in the world. There are people in the world who exist who believe that a baby inside a body isn't a baby, and some people even reduce it to a parasite. And I understand that I'm on a panel with those people, and I'm not arguing to change your mind. I just think it's monstrous. Even if you can read a definition out of an Oxford dictionary, it doesn't change to me that I think that is monstrous. Okay, and I don't think it's a good way to set up. Stop. I don't think it's a good way to set up a society. Now, I don't want to argue with you about that because obviously there is a tremendous difference between what I place on a human life and what you do. And I can't solve that tonight in this conversation, but I'm not going to argue with you about it. I'm just telling you that of the people who think like you, I don't think the way we run society should be
Sometimes are you
based
going to
off
repeat
of.
it? Can other people speak?
Yeah, once I finish, which you just stopped talking 20 seconds ago, but I know you ain't got no self-control, baby. So go ahead and keep doing what you're doing.
Just keep repeating yourself over and over and
I
over
got
and
it.
over
I
and
got it.
over.
I
We
know.
have
It's
panelists that didn't speak yet.
Yeah, I got it.
Jocks,
So
I'm
anyways,
sorry.
yeah, anyways, the
I
only
just want
thing
to know if basically understands the stages of development.
I don't care about your stages of development. I don't
Okay,
care.
so you don't care about science and the facts.
No,
Got it.
no.
That's all I need to
Hold
know.
on. Hold on, check this out. I understand the stages of development well enough. I'm just saying that there's nothing that I've read in the stages of development that make me think like the baby has no value because it's unborn or it's in the early stages. So I understand if you gave me the literature that you have, it still wouldn't change my opinion that that life is valuable. It just, for you, it's a justification because you really just want to do whatever you want to do.
So why do you
If the science told you, hold on, if the science told you,
jerk off?
I got it. If the
Why do
science,
you get to
I'm not
spill
even
your
talking,
seed?
hold on, I'm not going back and forth with you, Corsair. You're never an honest actor. I'm
They're
not
alive.
engaging. I
Aren't
got it.
sperm alive?
I got it. So the point I'm making to you is there is nothing that they can write in a scientific journal that would change your opinion against being pro-life or pro-choice. So you bringing up the science is an irrelevant point for you because you don't even care about it. If the science said 100% it is a baby inside of your body and it has sentience and it's having dreams and this, that, and the other, it's still, you wouldn't care. So you bringing that up as if that's going to change my mind when you don't give a wet shit about it is a waste of our time.
Your mind, you just sound like a moron. I was just trying to help you out.
Yeah, sounds
I
good.
think y'all just don't like when men speak because y'all let everyone else speak, and when he speaks, y'all interrupt this man 100 times. And I understand you may feel he's long-winded, but if you're prolonging the movement of the panel when you keep opening your mouth,
interrupting anyone else.
Listen, lady, you have parasites growing on your wig. Just let the man finish speaking. Thank you.
He's not picking you.
Oh, I'm married, unlike you. I'm married, love.
Nerd, but listen, when somebody's not providing statistics and just basing their own subjective opinion on how we should run our country, that's not providing an valuable input into our conversation. Do you not agree?
Not to mention,
No, we don't agree.
Okay, so I don't. How many women on the panel have kids? How many women on the panel have kids right now?
Thank God I do not. Hey, man.
So nobody on the panel has kids.
Can't have kids.
But we're speaking
I think nerd.
But we're speaking. We're speaking on whether a living thing in our body is a parasite or not. Parasites, to my knowledge, do not grow into human beings.
I think you just dropped the person who had a kid. Corsette is a mother. However, we were saying because basically has cut off me, Corsette, like basically literally cuts us all off.
Man, we about to make a whole topic about them. Y'all don't know how to have a conversation.
Wait, I want to continue. I want to continue on the parasitic conversation. I don't agree that a fetus is a parasite because
I actually don't want to talk about that. Y'all just derailing the whole conversation on my point. Go ahead, Warlock.
Listen, I'm not even ready to freaking speak yet, but I just got here and all of this interrupting and interjecting and all of that shit is going to have to stop. Okay, we need to let a person finish their freaking point before you interrupt them. And if you cannot, I will say this, I will mute you, and I will mute you 3 times. If you continue to come off mute, I will drop you. I don't give a damn. The only person that I cannot drop is Kev. So with that being said, please let's have a respectful and decent conversation. I'm going on mute again.
I heard the rules, so it's all right. Like I said, I don't want to keep talking about what's a parasite. I know I get y'all in the hot seat, all y'all that support the stuff, though. I literally explain what this whole live about, but y'all just speaking on every little thing y'all can find an argument about because y'all just want to derail the fact that y'all don't care about kids. And it's okay. Admit y'all don't care about kids. So we got people that's going to come up here that care about kids. So they're going to check you on every last piece of you. If you feel like a parasite or something like that, it's sad that y'all feel that way because y'all care about, like I said, y'all care about how y'all feel and whatever, and anything that make you feel better that you didn't unalive a child. That's cool. Anything that can make you feel better, though. But at the end of the day, we view it a whole different way. Imagine that somebody looked at y'all as a little parasite. Well, you didn't get to make it. But nobody don't like y'all don't like that. Y'all funny. So like I said with this topic, I'm gonna repeat it again. It's not about what's a parasite. It's not none about it. It's about do y'all realize y'all don't care about the kids like y'all claim y'all do. And then if y'all don't care about the kids, I don't even really want y'all in the box because y'all pointless. I don't care about how y'all feel about this. Y'all don't care about the kids. Y'all can get on anyways. I'm just saying for the people that might be confused or something, or not realizing what's going on, the people that might want to make some form of change, that might want to, let me chill a little bit. I don't want to keep going this route and have to unalive a child because I can't control myself or something like that. So that's the angle I'm coming from with this. It ain't about trying to nitpick at every last little thing. And that kid wasn't all that. And y'all say anything to make yourselves feel better, man.
But if I provided
go ahead, Shy. I think Shy haven't said anything yet, so and then you can go why after that. I mean, you can go. I know you've been waiting to respond why to something. I don't know what you're responding to, but go ahead, Shy Jocks.
Yep, that's me. So I just want to start off with, I'll answer your question about what your topic is about. What you don't really care about kids. You don't really care about kids agreeing to more than one abortion or whatnot. And I'd say that's false because if you, because Because if that's the case, then why are we not talking about the kids that are still in still in foster care? Why aren't we talking about because there's apparently
Because we're
some
not
news
talking about
about
it.
a lady. Yeah, I know. A lady that it was a baby, a newborn baby that was like found in a dumpster. I forget where it was, but they found a dumpster or whatnot. And it's like, if the person had aborted the baby, then the baby wouldn't be in that dumpster or whatnot. So I mean, that was so they care about the baby there. And it's like we
What
constantly
happened to
want to
the
do this.
baby after they found it in a dumpster? Did it live or die?
We constantly want to do this thing
Did the baby live or die
trying
after they
to
found it in the
Black,
dumpster?
let him finish his
grant.
statement.
Yeah, exactly. Like you complain about people cutting you off. Okay, chill out.
Don't
Chill
worry
out.
about
Okay.
that. Finish your statement, Sean.
I will. Okay, I will. So yeah, like we get out here wanting to grandstand about it's just horrible people who want to get abortions and whatnot, and it's like y'all don't really care about y'all don't really care about people getting abortions. Let's be honest here. Nobody's sitting here really caring about if people getting abortions or not, because Micah just came out here talking about how giving a stat about
So what do
how
I care about, Shy? Tell me what I care about since I made this topic. What do I care about, Shy?
as I was saying, like
What do I care
as
about,
Micah
Shy?
said,
No. What do I care about, Shy?
I thought I was
No, you
my
hear
point
me
out there.
talking. So what do I care about, Shy? Since you just, I guess you just made up and tell somebody what they care about or not, and I'm the one made this topic. So what do I care about? Tell me why I brought this topic up, even though I said it 15 times. What I care about, Shy?
Clicks and likes. For clicks and likes. That's
Clicks
what I
and
care about.
clicks and likes, right? So how can you prove that then? When I just explained about 4 times, or tell me that you just not listening, or you just feel a certain way about it. So I don't know how many. So what did I tell you this topic was about? Let's see if you was listening.
You was talking about how the people out here, the way the people talk about, they don't care about the kids. That's what your topic was about.
And I said the reason why. What was the reason why?
Because they don't talk about the kids, and whatnot.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, man. I guess you just talking from this point. I'll let you express yourself.
I mean, I listen. I get it because I'm not saying what you want to hear, and whatnot. I'm just talking. Now I understand. So anyway,
express yourself, brother. That's all.
I know I am. I'm sure so that y'all actually care about talking. Y'all just want to be right with this. But anyways, as I was saying, like we get out here grandstanding and whatnot, but again, Mike already established that less than half the women in the world, or half women in America, I guess it was, aren't having abortions or whatnot. So if that's the case, then like, why is this a big deal for y'all? Like clearly it's not an issue or whatnot. So like this what I mean. Y'all don't actually care about this issue or not. That's why y'all getting frustrated and saying I'm just here to talk or not because I'm not agreeing with y'all. So
you're so good, brother. You're cool. All right. Who next? Who haven't said no? Oh, only 12.
Well, I originally requested because someone started to bring up foster, and foster has absolutely zero to do with the abortion.
Of course not. That's called derailing the conversation to make them feel better. That's all. But you can go ahead and rock on that.
98% of all children that go into the foster care have the case plan of reunification. 41% go back to their biological parents. 47% go back to their to a family member. You know, like i.e. an aunt, an uncle, a grandma, a grandpa. These are not unwanted children like you like to try to claim. And sitting here trying to conflate abortion with foster care, like, are you Shy? Are you up there adopting kids?
I'm not the one trying to tell people to not have abortions.
Oh, so
wait. Unalive them. Don't force them. Unalive them instead.
So Shy, I'm a father of 12, 4 of which are biological, 8 are adopted from foster, 6 of the 8 were a sibling set. So because I have adopted kids from foster, does that give me the right to tell them not to?
No.
That's your claim that you just made.
When was that my claim?
You just, dude, you literally just.
Argument. The claim of your entire argument was that if you don't care about adoption, then saying that you care about abortion is bullshit. And so a guy who's adopted 8 children just came up here and says he doesn't like it, which would qualify him to speak out against abortion per the premise you laid out at the beginning of your freaking
Exactly.
argument. And he's calling you
So
on that. He's calling you
now the
on
live
that.
is about
No, stop. No,
people
stop.
who
No,
I'm
no, no,
sorry, you want to be
no,
on top of what not
no,
like
no, 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 no.
nope. I can say nope to.
No,
Like
I got it. But we're
I
gonna
get it.
stick to the.
I'm sorry, you're emotional. I'll let you go. I'll
No,
let you
we're just
go.
gonna stick to. We're gonna. That's fine. I'll be emotional, but we're gonna
How
stick
you
to
want
the
to say
point.
I
he's
know you
emotional
will.
and you got a lisp? That don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy that you would try to call somebody
Oh
out for
yeah,
a lisp. Why are you trying to
I do
make
have a
fun of
list
people
whatnot.
having
You
a
know what?
lisp?
I'm right. That's why you want to call that out. Thank
So
you.
Why
you
are
Thank you
you
for being
trying to?
emotional with me.
Why
Thank
are
you.
you trying to?
Glad for
Hold
thank you
on.
for
Everybody go on mute.
agreeing that I'm right. Thank
Everybody
you.
go
Thank you very
on mute.
much.
since when has being ableist been a
Everybody
flex?
go on mute, please.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying go on mute. Damn. You know what, Kev? I think I fucked up in asking you this. Because evidently,
My other mods was smart
don't
today.
laugh, that shit ain't funny. Hey, Kev, I'm gonna say this to you. Fuck you. All right, that's it. Look, man. At any given point in time, there are only going to be 2 people talking, if there are 2 at all. Those are the 2 that's going to be engaged in the conversation. And that conversation will not be going on for 4 or 5 freaking minutes. Now, if you're going to come off mute, you're going to stay on topic, or your ass will get muted. Because we don't need this to go 15 different damn ways and eat different shit. This is why a lot of things that we talk about never reaches any type of resolution, because people want to take it in different. So, with that being said, who was the last person speaking inside of the
I
conversation?
think it was only 12. I was about to say I'm gonna switch you out after you because I know you were just saying your point on the
Yeah.
the thing. I'm gonna
Well,
switch you out.
I mean, and I'll say this and then I'll go ahead and drop. But the thing is sitting there trying to claim that someone only has the right to speak on something if they are ones that are actively doing it is complete BS. Because like that'd be like sitting there trying to claim that I can't speak on racism or I can't speak on grape, because I've never done it or been like. Granted, I was raped by my dad's girlfriend when I was a little kid. But the thing is like someone doesn't, that'd be like saying a woman can't speak on abortion unless she's had one. Like you can't sit there and try to pigeonhole this. You need to let everybody have their own voice, have their own opinions, and be able to actually discuss it because of the simple fact, just because, like, let's say the host isn't capable right now of adopting children, but let's say he wants to later on when he's financially stable, he should be able to speak on it, whether he has kids, whether he's going to adopt, not going to adopt, whatever. We are all entitled to say something. So don't sit here and try to limit who can say what. And the downside is that's what made me request, is because you literally made it sound like the only time people actually that care about kids outside of abortion are the only ones that could speak on it.
That
That's not
wasn't
right
what
to
Shia
do.
was trying to say. So basically, what Shia was trying to say was saying that, like, y'all are so concerned about fetuses that are not on this earth, the fetuses that are not even born, about what a woman is doing with her body, and y'all aren't even caring about the kids who are actually on this earth in a system without a home, who are on this earth feeling unwanted, who are on this earth who literally could age out of the system and become homeless. That's what Shia was saying. If you're actually concerned about the kids, help the kids that are here and stop trying to have a control over a woman's body and just talk it up to, I'm worried about the children. Because no, you're not. There's children on
Here's
this
a
earth that
picture
need
of my
help.
family based off of what you just said. Do I have a right to speak on this?
Oh,
These are my
no.
kids.
No.
Then don't
Still
sit there and
no.
try to make it sound like only
That's
certain
not,
people
I
could
was
speak
talking
on it.
about Shia's point. You're asking me.
Oh,
If
okay.
you ask me, I'm saying, honestly, if you don't have a uterus, I don't
I
understand why you want
misunderstand. I'm sorry.
to, yeah, no. My standpoint is if you don't have a uterus, it really shouldn't be none of your business. But what Shia was saying is y'all always want to say y'all care about the kids, but y'all aren't helping the kids that are on this earth.
The
Okay, well, y'all be
majority, the
saying anything to
majority
make
of
yourself feel
adoptive
good.
parents are pro-life. The majority of foster parents are pro-life.
That's
It's
great.
proven. So the sad thing is, at the end of the day, if you want to look at it, it would be more that pro-choice don't care about kids because one, they're okay with unaliving them, and two, they don't care about the kids
Do you
after
have a
they're
stat?
born either.
Like, do you have a stat that says the majority of people who like adopt kids are pro-life? Like, do you have a source for that, or are you just guessing?
Oh my,
No,
you
I'm
just
not
missing the whole
guessing.
point on purpose now. So forget it. We ain't getting nowhere. I see we just talking to a brick wall from this point. So y'all got y'all mind made up. I
I just
can't wait till
wanted
we
to
get to
know
the
what's
part where we
going
start holding
on.
men accountable
Hold
and
on.
see how much they
I'll
gonna
be
be
right
like,
back.
oh yeah, now you can control what a man do and all that stuff. Y'all gonna switch that whole thing around because this whole topic is a mixture of men and women. If y'all notice that though, but we know how heavy it is when it comes to women. They don't want to hear nothing.
Yep.
But as soon as I start speaking on the man, yeah, all right, discipline yourself. Tell that man what to do with his body. I know y'all about to come with that stuff too. I want that same energy how y'all was taking up for the women on this part. Let's go ahead and take up for the man then. Since this topic is only just based off of clickbait, and I just want you to say it. Yeah, okay. But
I'm glad you admit that.
yeah.
And just because, not to sound silly, but men have just the same right to speak on it because you can't get pregnant without a man.
It's
Sorry,
not your body, and you're not
They want us
risking
to
your life to
help
don't
us with their
matter.
protect
right
yourself.
though. You know, when it comes to fighting for them, that's when then we can worry about whether people with uteruses do.
No, it's not that.
They
It's just as
selective with it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, help us when it comes to that, but don't help us. Don't bring no awareness to this situation. We want to continue unaliving babies and stuff. You know,
no,
and
I
say we
don't
care
care
about
nothing
kids at the
about
same
that.
time.
It's just
Can
not
I
equal
speak?
risk.
Can I ask you a question, Kev?
What's the deal?
Okay, so if men don't have a say because they're not carrying the child, then do men also don't have? Do they have a say when it comes to protecting that child, doctor's appointments, providing for that child financially, shelter? So if men really don't have a say, then everything that comes after when that child is born or whatever, don't ask a man for nothing because we feel like we have to exclude men just because they're not carrying the child. You still need a man to have a kid. So yes, men should have a say. Now,
But
if you can
listen,
magically produce a child without a man, then kudos to you. But I feel like as long as men are helping or 50% responsible for their pregnancy, men should have a major say on what goes on.
Okay,
okay,
so
but we
wait, just a
understand
quick
it's not
question.
equal
Wait,
risk, though.
Micah, just a quick question for Nerd. So, how would you present if a woman had sex with her boyfriend and she wanted to have an abortion, but her boyfriend didn't want her to? How would you, if I gave you like legal power over the situation, how would you address it?
Oh no,
How would you have two parties having an equal say in that decision?
this finna go bad.
No, it's not going to go bad because, first of all, you should, like I say, if you are not prepared to have kids, you should not have sex. Open your mouth and you got another hole to use. But do not have sex with a man knowing the outcome of pregnancy. At the end of the day, we're making excuses for why we want to please ourselves. And that to me
Right.
is a real pick me because women are opening their legs to men. They don't feel like there is a fit father or husband.
You
That to
didn't
me
answer the
is a
question.
true pick me, or women that open their legs to men and you don't see him as being a fit father or husband, and you're not prepared to have kids because the womb is specifically for having kids. If you don't want to have kids, open your mouth.
Hey, nine
Okay,
times out of
That's
there
ten,
were
ain't it a
crazy.
man
other.
that's sitting there that's unaliving the kid up out of him? Because like people don't. I guess they don't think about the times before, not because it's obviously they dependent on the government. So it's like I don't want the government to be in my business, but I do need the government to take the baby up out of me at the same time too. That just kind of funny to me though, because back then y'all probably been using hangers or something like that or whatever, just because y'all can't control yourselves or whatever. I feel like that's horrible, man. That's so horrible.
Look, hey Nerd,
Yes, sir.
Gav, you could have told me to stay my ass in the comments because she taking everything that I was gonna fucking say. So Nerd, I'm just gonna be quiet on this shit and let you handle it.
I'm sorry.
But a lot of these points still don't make sense because, like, that's what
I
I'm
got
saying.
you because you don't want it to make sense. You came in here
No,
with the
it's not
same
even that. It's just
mindset
it
since
doesn't
you
make
came in here.
it's not even that. It's just
No,
that it doesn't make
That's why
logical
we can't
sense.
listen because y'all don't know how to
Like,
have a conversation. Y'all stick with
no,
whatever y'all
because you're
stick with
trying
and then
to.
just keep it that way.
no, it's not
Because
that.
none of
So,
You're
y'all
like,
trying
changed what
to.
y'all thought. And I told y'all what the
so
topic was about.
okay,
Y'all just keep
so
derailing by using another worse. Well, it's some people out here throwing kids in the trash. What did that make that? That don't two wrongs
I
don't make
never
a
did
right.
any of
What the
that.
heck?
I actually never did any of that. But
When I
I
say that
just
If that's
though,
what you think, right? Y'all been doing that all day. Y'all
I
have
didn't say
not
anything
even
about
addressed
trash
the
cans
topic.
or anything.
Well, you
But
just like argue. I can
So I
imagine.
actually did address the topic, Kev,
I
because I
did.
did give you a stat on that the CDC read from 2021 about women
You
having
don't have a
ABs.
stat
So
for what this topic say. I don't get what you get into. It's not a stat
what do
that
you
tell
mean?
you that
But
you
your
don't
main
care about
question,
kids for real when you have more than one abortion or
but that's
when
Yeah,
you
you do care about
agree.
kids, even if you have more
No,
than one
you don't. You care
hold
abortion.
about
on,
yourself,
hold on,
obviously.
Kev,
Well, no, because you
continue what
could
you were
know for a
saying.
fact
The
that you
first
are
time I
not
can
the
get is a
parent for that
mistake.
kid.
The first time will be a mistake. That's clear as day. Like you might not know, been aware, but the fact that you know that you can have a kid is things can happen. I mean, we know when you bust them legs open, whatever. It's a possibility of a child. We know that. What's the deal? Slick in the building.
I mean, you can have kids that you
Okay, wait,
love. You just don't want kids for
Micah, one
yourself.
second.
That's respectable.
Wait, so you just said that the first abortion that a woman has, okay,
What's
that's
up,
fine,
bro?
that's a mistake. But then you're also saying that if she opens her legs for smacks for pleasure, then that's also bad as well. I'm
And
confused. So how are you
that means right. That means you care about sex more than the kid. It's
so
plain and simple.
why are
You
you
care
okay?
about unaliving these children, right, or possible children, because you know what comes out. The first time you knew it, right? That's why I said I could let that slide. Now after that, that means you want to get your back beat in so bad that whatever. I'm gonna keep using the same tactic, and because I can care less about this person possibly being a child. I mean, it's plain and simple.
Okay, so
I mean, I don't get how I'm wrong about that.
Because you're
Kev, I
because
want
you're
to ask you.
implementing
Yes
You
or
want to know
no?
why?
You keep
Kev,
saying buts and what
Yeah.
ifs. That's how you know it's wrong. When you use examples like buts and what if, that's when you know you're trying to justify something to make yourself feel better.
no, I'm not even
It's
trying to do
okay
that
just
with
to
you.
admit that it's okay to say, I guess I care about my pleasure more than the kid. It's okay. Just say that.
That's cool and all, but Kev, I want to oppose to you because you're saying if any woman got multiple abortions, then you would say that she doesn't care about the kid. Okay, cool. So let's say, right, her first method, she wanted to track her cycle. Okay, you understand that the period trackers, they can be wrong. So boom, the cycle's off. She didn't know she was ovulating. She ovulated. Boom, she got pregnant. She got an abortion because she didn't want it. So she said, going forward, you know what? I'm gonna use condoms. She was doing good for about 2-3 years. The condom broke. Boom, abortion number 2. Okay, so now that's already multiple abortions. Both of them because she got pregnant on accident. So would you still say that that girl ain't care about kids?
Yes. Look,
Why?
I don't get what part of
okay,
English.
So I'm
Go
just
ahead,
okay, but
Silk.
Hold on one
Kevin,
second. Hold on one second.
Boy.
I'm gonna because we got a couple of people over here. Hold on, Mr. Silk. Is it Silk?
My brother Silk in the building.
Okay, what's going
She
on,
could
Silk?
literally love her nieces and
Listen,
nephews. She could care for all these
here's
kids
the
and just
thing.
not want kids
Right?
for herself.
We have two people up here that have not. Hold on, Silk. Hold on, Silk. Hold on. We got two people up here that hasn't spoken yet. I'm going to let them speak, and then we're going to open the panel back up. All right? Because it's not fair for us to have a three-way conversation and have two people up there that hasn't even been able to address it yet. So we're going to go to Tone, and then we're going to go to Silk, and then we'll open it back up. Tone, is on you. Going once, going twice.
Tom, if you don't get off that video game, man.
Yeah, I know. He about playing the game. All right, so go ahead, my guy.
Let's get Silk in then. And good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
Yeah, man, I ain't did this in a minute. Okay, so listen. I ain't been on TikTok in over a year. This brother know how my lives go. I ain't gonna get into that. I'm just gonna say I don't lie. I ain't gonna exaggerate. I don't disrespect nobody. I keep it the way I hope God intended it for us to keep it. And that's love and respect amongst ourselves. I'm gonna say this first and foremost. It's not for me to judge nobody or tell you what you're doing is right or wrong. I don't do that. I don't think that's fair. I think it's distasteful because you can't be a sinner calling out another person's sin. However, the debate over your opinion about something, and this is just coming from a marriage counselor, is just an opinion. It's something to grow from, to listen to use or not. However, I'm just going to add this in. I can agree to disagree because there's always two sides to every coin. I don't care who invented it or who finished it. And you talk about the topic at hand, I would agree that neither party care as much as they should. Okay, since we're talking about if I got permission to speak grown here, okay, neither of y'all actually give a fuck. Because if you did, you wouldn't have unprotected sex. And men wouldn't be coming in women, and women would have protection. Okay, we're not gonna talk about what you done got away with, because I don't do excuses. I'm the worst motherfucker I ever met in my life, me. I started my lives with I ain't shit. But I made all my children on purpose. That's just some lines as men, leaders first, before you blame a woman. The man that you allowed to lay between your legs wasn't shit first and foremost. If he came in, you had no intentions of marrying you, fathering that child, and husband that woman. So if you talk about excuses and you have your opinions, see if they match the Bible when you open your mouth. And I'm not pointing fingers, but I'm going to say this right here. I have a way I speak, and that's why he's laughing. And I'm not getting in here to bash. I just want you to think. That's it. When you talk about allowing your legs to open, number one, sister, because every sister ain't a queen, but sister, you already knew what your plans were. Okay, let's really talk about this. Before that man even came over to the house, you had ample time to prepare for that situation, whether it was kissing, hugging, because you know what you was doing when he got over there and you went to the bathroom. You know that bathroom run? You were, double checking it. Or when you went to his house, you was double checking and getting ready and prepared. And you had that time right there in that brain that y'all got, as smart as y'all are, to prepare for tomorrow, right then and there. Whether it was protection or just say no or let it happen and deal with the consequences after. You're human. But don't complain about something that you allowed to happen and then contest the fact that what he should or shouldn't have did because it's your body. And if you wasn't taped, make that TR, then first and foremost, that's your problem. But before that, man, you know how I am, Kevin. I'm gonna say what it is. Y'all ain't shit. Let's really talk about it. Because see, we got the lead. It don't matter what the woman do at the end of the day. Y'all got the lead. We got the lead. And when you out here making women don't make babies by themselves. And women lean on us. That's why they take that chance. Here's the disagree. They take that chance because they try to believe in our stupid ass. And they try to go along with what we say and go along with us and give our ass a chance after a chance, believing and trying to be that woman and get that strength to activate that weak ass man because he beating his chest with everything. But as leaders, bro, we just come and bust and go. So women, I'm going to say this, and men, I'm going to say this. I ain't nobody to tell you right or wrong, but I'm going to tell you, you knew what you was doing. You knew what you was doing. Man or woman, don't even matter. The point is, both of y'all fucked up. Man, you a leader. You worse. You really ain't shit because you a king. You a leader. And you're supposed to lead if you led by God. But we already know those is busting them women and leaving them high and dry. Ain't led by God. And we know, woman, you ain't protecting yourself mentally or physically or your child by letting that man do something. Because no matter what he do, you got to protect your future and that child's future if you let it happen. But if you willing, here's the punch, to lay down and let a man have unprotected sex with you, with or without good intentions, and let a child come, I'm not going to speak on that, but you know what you got to take up with God, because that's wrong in my eyes to allow that situation to arise out of some mess that you did, whether you drunk, drinking, whatever you're doing. Honey, shape your future with your legs closed, not with them open. Because y'all already know we ain't shit, majority of us, before you even touch us. Y'all just, everybody want to scratch. Let's really talk. We grown. So like I said, I ain't gonna bash you. I'm gonna say, sisters, y'all already know the majority of these brothers ain't got their fucking head on like they should. Not all of us, but most of them brothers ain't thinking about that. Everybody's thinking about a hit. And the sisters that's been jumped on that, guess what? Y'all know better, man. Y'all, at the end of the day, it's really on y'all hit because y'all allowed the situation to go too far. Some of y'all been in the damn abortion clinic more than you've been in the grocery store. Like, come on now. What you not even shopping? You dropping shit off. You ain't dropping babies off. You dropping shit off because when they take it, it gets flushed down the toilet. You need to think about that when you let a man climb through your legs. I don't give a damn if he got the lead or not. The last bit of common sense is on you when that man lay between your legs and he finna, you know what I'm saying, drop off some DNA. You got to be able to say, not here, by protection, rubber, or get the fuck up. Ain't no pull out. Shit. Come on now. You know what I mean? Babies was made from somebody saying they was going to pull out, or I just want to rub it against you. I'm just going to get a couple pumps in. You want to do, come on now. Is that a man or a grown boy? So I'm going to leave some room for somebody else to say something. But people, we have these discussions. Let's not worry about disagreeing with somebody and having the best thing to say. And talking to each other, not at each other, to talk for solutions. Let's talk with looking for a solution. You need both your ears to do that. If you use one ear and one mouth, you know, all you're gonna be is conflict. If you walk around with your legs wide open, I ain't gonna tell you you're wrong. You got to take that up with God. But just have a little more common sense in protecting yourself. Because to women, I'm gonna say this to y'all only: to protect yourself is to protect your child. That man ain't thinking about protecting that child. As men, we make babies and we decide to leave. We just walk out the front door. You ain't got no choice, sister. And then you got a guy like me looking for a wife, want to get to you, and I got to go through 5 baby daddies. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't got them kind of muscles no more.
Mr.
I
Silk.
don't dig through the trash to get to a woman. So God bless y'all. Love each other in your conversation, but watch what you say because you will be held accountable at some point.
Mr. Silk, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Would you agree? Although they say men are leaders, most of these motherfuckers out here that's got 2, 3 baby mamas. They are
Wait a minute, what?
I said, would you agree that most guys that have 2, 3 baby mamas are not leaders?
Fuck no, you ain't no leader.
All right. So would you also agree that?
Well, let me watch my mouth. I can't say. See, I would agree with you mostly, but because
nothing's
I
absolute,
allow God to lead me, guess what? There's 2 sides to every side. Sometimes we have sometimes you got a good leader that just run into 2 or 3 bad women. I'm sorry, I got to say that. When you let God get in, he shows you a different way to look at things.
I'll give you that one. I wasn't saying as an absolute. I was just saying as
I would mostly agree with you.
Most guys that's got 2, 3 baby mamas aren't good leaders. At the same token, I always say this to women. You are your last line of defense.
Yes.
All right?
Absolutely.
You are the last line of defense to that kitty cat. And the problem that I see a lot of is that a lot of ladies will sleep with guys. Most of them probably don't even know their real name. Or they sleep with them just because they like the way they look, what they spent, where they took them, or what they had. And once they sleep with them and they wind up pregnant, or even fall for them, then they find out, oh, this motherfucker got 3 damn kids by 5 different women. So on top of all of that, that's my only 2 points. I tell my boys all the time, look, nothing is 100% except for keeping your shit in your pants and staying out of between them women's legs. You can have all the contraceptives you want. You can use all the protection, but nothing is 100% except for abstaining. And I always get the argument, well, we have our needs. We need this. We need that. Well, okay, well, you need to suffer the fucking consequences behind your needs because every time we lay down,
Need to
like
use
you
your
said,
hand.
there's that possibility. Now, do you want to take your chances and say, oh, I'm not going to be a part of that daggone majority? Or are you going to say, oh, you know what? Those odds aren't quite in my favor and not do it. That's my only points that I make.
Warlock, let me throw this out there on top of what you said, if y'all don't mind, because I'm looking in the comments. Okay, so here's how I like to deal with truth. And I'm just going to make this real sweet. I'm gonna throw me across the board. And Kevin knows me. I ain't never cheated on a woman in my life. And cheating on a woman is more than just sex. For the people that's just agreeing with this, but I'm telling you, it's the truth. So my first child's mother, we tried. She waited till she was 6 months and decided she wanted to get an abortion. Had nothing to do with me. She was young and she was scared. I lied just so my daughter could still be born, and she's here. And I raised her, you know, more than over half her life by myself. Okay, that's one baby mama. Child's mother, baby mama. I'm not afraid to say either one of them is okay with me. Number two, after her came Charnay. Charnay came because I liked Karen. I wanted to be with Karen. You know, some things happened in my life that had nothing to do with Karen. My mother got in between it. I got locked up, protecting myself, protecting my home. Karen got left. My mama said she was pregnant. When she told me the baby came, it was 2 years after I was locked up. It ain't had nothing to do with me that I know of. And then my ex-wife, she got pregnant. I married her, which is my intentions for both the other women, but it didn't happen like that. So I'm throwing myself across the guillotine to show you, you can't tell me what I am. I've never hit. I've never cheated. I don't cuss women out. You know what I'm saying? I'm picky, but you can't say who's good and who's bad by what you see them with or around them. It's like seeing a guy that has a Bentley and a mansion and he's got all the nice cars and saying, oh, he a good guy, he rich. You don't know that. He just got money. Most ignorant people got money. I mean, we see that on TV every day. So being rich don't make a person good. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just throwing myself out there and saying, you can't say a guy is not a leader because I raised all my children, with an exception of Charnay, by myself. They're all self-sufficient. They're all doing good. They all graduated. Okay? So regardless of me being with a mother or not, I married the one that I could be with, that did want to finish what we started. I also made my children on purpose. It was a plan, because I looked at the rest of the world around me and I guided myself behind that. My great-grandparents raised me. So I got a little bit of morals, and I know just a little something, just enough to say, hey, my children come first, after me. If I don't do good, they don't do good. But you can't say because a guy has multiple, oh, he's not a leader. Man, I got my own kingdom. I own 3 houses. I do good. I got an education. I raise my children. They love me and I love them. They argue about who's going to get me when I get older. But let me tell you something. We can't judge leaders off for having children.
Mr.
Because
So,
I know plenty of
I
women that
got
have a
you on
lot
that,
of
my dude.
kids
I
that
got
are
you on
good
that.
women. They just got screwed over.
No, I'm not saying, as I said, I never said anything as an absolute. You get what I'm saying? Because I know that everything has an outlier or exceptions to the rule. I get that. I try not to make anything an absolute. But we know you can look around you and say, oh, fuck, most of these guys are pieces of shit. And that's that. And
Yes.
I'm not too proud to, I'm not too ashamed to admit most guys are pieces of shit. And a lot of fucking women are pieces of shit. And usually they hook up and make all these goddamn babies most of the time. And
Wait a
neither
minute. Wait a
one of
minute.
them give a
Warrior.
shit about
Hold on.
nothing.
Let me
Yo,
interrupt you. Let me say
go ahead, my
something.
dude.
I got a certain type of respect for your mother and
Oh shit, he got a
your mother.
fucking.
Your mother and your sister. So I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say they do stuff, but let me show you a tall comment. Being an ex marriage counselor, and just being a gentleman today. Watch this. I'm not gonna call my sisters, and I don't need no gratification or no stars or A's from no woman. Okay, I get what I get from God. Let me tell you something. I ain't gonna call the women a piece of shit, because let me tell you a true fact. A woman is a reflection of the man that she was with. So we back on what you said in the first place. Me and you a piece of shit. Because see, what it is, we lead our women. Don't ever forget, women are a reflection of the man they dated. And when they have to get off of that, half the time they don't. I will say this, they don't heal before they go into the next relationship, because they're so openly in there. They want to be loved and accepted. And the things that they either got or didn't get from their father, women naturally have that in them. So if you really want to come down on the earth, I hate to say it, it really is a one-sided story. It takes 2 to tango. But if I'm the lead and I'm the one being given chance after chance after chance after chance, who the real piece of shit if everything's still fucked up? Because a woman ain't nothing but a reflection of what you are. And if you come in many bodies, then who the real piece of shit? Because you teaching them that. You teaching your women where to look for her money for the milk for the kids. You taught her where to look for the money for the fucking light bill because you wasn't there. You giving it to this other bitch over here after she taught you how to be a man. Now you taking that and going being with another woman. I mean, do we really got to get into this conversation? Because I've been somewhere.
I would agree with you.
Yeah, I want to say this too, though, since I seen a little trend going on. So, yeah, y'all can do just like Mika, because I know a lot of y'all probably came in here to do an argument. This ain't that type of live. Anyways, though, so y'all can all leave. Everybody that want to argue, y'all can leave. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm just talking about the people that's in here, because I know they just only come in here when it's toxic stuff.
Man, Mr. Silk
I
having a
hardly see them in it.
dialogue.
Like,
No,
they
I'm not
only
talking about you. I'm
come in
not talking
here
about
when
you. I'm
it's
just speaking in
toxic.
general because I seen Mika left. She like, let's get in. This ain't it. That's cool. She can leave. Whoever else that came in here that just, you know, that never said anything, all y'all can leave though.
Be nice. Be nice. You ain't got to tell
Like,
them they
I
can leave.
came in here
Let
and
them do.
seen
They'll
like
do it on their
over
own.
70 people in here.
Hold on. Nay, just in case you didn't realize.
I'm just letting them know they're not about to get the conversation they looking for because it's more of a solution based. So we not.
They just got conversation when you acknowledge them right now. You don't acknowledge a fool at all.
Like I was saying last night, keep y'all legs
Hold on,
closed.
Nay, just in case. Let me say this, y'all. Just in case you didn't realize, I fucked up, and I asked Kevin to make me a mod. So, yeah, we're not, this is not just a. Yeah, look, man. Hey, stop laughing so damn hard. That shit ain't funny. And look, I can't unmod myself. That's some fuck shit. But no,
he been down there shooting at 45.
Man, I fucked that up. And you obliged me, Kevin. That's messed up. But anyway, no,
Let them leave on
we're
their
having some
own.
nice
Don't say
dialogue
nothing
here,
bad
y'all. We don't have that jump in where you fit in. We'll get everybody. We'll get everybody to answer the
Why y'all
prompt
got
talk
these
on
zeros
something.
on board? Why we
And
got zeros
then
up
we'll
there,
open the
Kevin?
panel back up. Tone, you had your shot. You fucked up. You were somewhere else. So
Come on,
I'll
Kevin. You
get
don't
back
go
to
have
you.
zeros on your panel, baby. Show a little love to these women and the guys. Throw a little couple roses out there. Keep your panel out here
Slick.
blessed, baby.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
got
There's so much
on you
going on,
next time.
bro. My brain ain't thinking about all that.
We still got Tone that hasn't spoken. She's just being honest, came up here and nay, those three. Mr. Silk, if you was done, I'd like to move on if you were done, my guy.
Go ahead.
But I do see your point. Don't get it twisted.
I just want to ask
All
Slick
right.
a question. I just want to clarify something because I listened to the story.
Make it real
You
quick.
said, sir, you said you lied to the girl to.
Oh, I knew you was gonna go.
And she had the kid.
Of course, he only care about one thing in here.
I'm trying to clarify.
That's
that.
when everything makes sense.
What is that to be clarified? You want to address that, Mr. Silk?
No, I'm asking you because I might miss because
I got you. I'm asking Mr. Silk.
That's the first time he was listening.
Okay. What I said was when she kept trying to get me to get an abortion after 6 months of being pregnant because she changed her mind. I lied about helping her do the abortion. Like I told her I was going to help her and I never helped her because I'm not down with the abortion. And it was 6 months. So yeah, I said I was going to help her and I didn't help her. I wanted my daughter to be born. And I wasn't being selfish because this is something we agreed on before it happened. And the baby is 6 months. You think I'm going to let them put stuff in there and suffocate? I'm not going to be a part of that. Absolutely not. So I lied and told her that I would help her, and I didn't. I wasn't helping her get that abortion, but I raised that baby almost totally by myself when it got here, and she graduated. And she's doing good.
Amen.
Yeah, have that. You know, like hey, like you know what?
At least he gave it a chance in life.
Personally, I don't really agree with that, whatnot. But you know what? Like you said, y'all,
of course you don't.
Y'all spoke about. I know. Calm down,
you asked for clarification. He gave you. Hold on. You asked for clarification.
Yeah, I'm not about to keep taking his feminist stuff up in here, bro. I can't do it. This dude be swearing he running some stuff.
So, we're gonna go. Kev, you name the order. You got Tone, Nay, and she just.
Okay.
It's on Tone. It's on Tone. It's Tone, then it's Nay, then it's main thing.
All right. Tone, you there now?
Wait, I'm lost.
No, Nay, beat mute. Tone, you there?
Beat him.
Where the fuck Tone at?
This dude probably like, I'm not, this is a straight panel anyway. We talking about straight people problems. We ain't talking about your situation, so you can get a
Tone's typing in the comments.
Who said that?
I think Tone and Kev playing the same damn game. That's what I think.
What? No,
Kev, is you on the game?
No, I ain't on the game. I do need to get on it.
Okay.
You didn't throw your remote again, did you?
Nope, not today.
Hey, nerd, go ahead and say what you gonna say.
Yeah, I just wanted to say my last little piece and drop because I've been up here for a while.
Okay.
Pregnancy is never a mistake, ladies. I understand y'all feel like, hey, as long as I use protection and contraceptives and birth control, that whatever is never a mistake because you still know the outcome. And we need to stop treating sex like something that's a mistake whenever you get pregnant. I made it until the age of 29 without having none of that. I never took birth control, never been in that
Hey,
AB clinic. I never did none of that stuff. And I waited until 29 to have my first kid. So what is everyone else's excuse? And then we also have women that love to pull up statistics but don't know the Bible worth a lick.
uh-oh.
So where do we get off? Why is science more important than morals and values? That's all I have to say.
Boy,
Exactly.
that was
Like,
golden.
how
That
is
was
that a
golden right there.
mistake? Like,
That
keep
was
your
golden
legs
right there.
closed.
Hey, she
You,
about to
you know what,
open.
nerd? You
She
just
about
earned
to
a fucking
open the
follow. I'm
process.
sorry, babe. But God damn it. Sometimes
Hey,
I need you around because sometimes I don't even need to come up to the damn box. I'm going to leave that shit alone. All right.
You can bring him back up now, just or whatever. My boy get his first piece of acting like he got control. That's how you know the type of people that be outside this world. They would never do that in real
hey,
life,
Kev,
but no. Huh?
Kev.
What's the deal, brother? Uh-oh. I was just
I
on
ain't
that
gonna do
day.
it.
I was on it yesterday, man. Oh, I might have to pull up on the straight on you with that one. I mean, that's cold.
Yes, sir. I ain't want to be
Yeah, I be playing
pulling it
that free
like.
for all, man. I've been playing that lately though. So I gotta leave them fighting games alone. That just be making me mad.
No, I've been on. I'm still on Warzone, but I've been doing
So,
it for money. So
what that one dude, that sassy dude, that man. That's the ones they don't call sassy. They call dudes like us sassy, but the dudes that be reacting like that, he's not called sassy. That's crazy. The real ones.
crazy.
You can bring him back up though if you want to.
You know what, Kev? You know what I learned? Why I ain't been on here? Why I took a break, man.
Yeah.
Okay, nerd. We can collab. Hit me in my DM. I play all the time. Let me say this, man. And I always you know how big my lives used to be. Let me tell you something, man. When you really get in range to God, it get tough before it get better. But that's
True.
because his energy, whenever you allow it inside of you, it always weed out all the turmoil and all the stuff that wasn't meant for you and all that crap you collected and all them people that don't belong around you. And you be people, because I used to think, God, every time I go to God, stuff start messing up. No, he started cleaning the house inside of you and around you. And it took me to getting older to really understand, like, man, dog, I can't catch a break. He really in here doing this and doing that. And I got older and I realized, man, do you know the stuff that we even let bother us, bro, is childish? When you let somebody make a comment and it didn't change your light and gas and water bill and property tax and homeowners insurance and your cable bill and the food is going in and out of your mouth or your family's mouth or your car or none of that, bro. What are we upset about? And Kev, you know how I am. Look who's saying that. Ex-pro fighter, ex-passionate, aggressive me. Come on, man. Man, listen, bro. Listen. Without the bad, how would you know how good you actually doing? I used to tell you, look forward to your bad days to know your strength.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I
Yes,
feel you
sir.
on that. I appreciate that though. That's what I do on here. But like I said, it's like when people try to be disrespectful in your house, you gonna kick them out,
Let
right?
them.
Yeah,
Let
that's a little
them.
different though, because
Man,
I
the
do run
I'll
my
power
be
of
stuff a
back.
God
certain
says
way.
I got to go
the
talk to my
power of
coaches. I'll
God
be right
says
back.
teach your enemies how to love you. Stop playing, Kevin.
Yeah,
Voila.
that's why they can watch down in the comments. That's how they gonna get taught.
Hey, hey, there you go.
I ain't
Don't say
blocking
nothing.
that.
They just
Hey, did
fall and be
y'all
like,
hear
what
me?
happened? I don't know.
I
Yeah,
got to
we
go
heard
talk to
you.
my
We heard you,
coaches.
Warlock.
I'll be back
Okay,
in a
all right,
little bit.
well, I appreciate you.
All right, I'll be
Hey,
back.
I'm here tonight.
Hey, Mr. Silk, nice meeting you, my dude.
Nice
Oh
meeting
yeah,
you too,
Silk, yeah,
Warlock.
man,
This ain't
he
the first
cool, man.
time.
Well, look, man, my memory sucks balls. So, I mean,
No
anyway.
Diddy. No
All right,
Diddy.
I said
No
my
Diddy.
memory.
he
That's
got
it.
that Diddy memory.
What
Later,
party
y'all.
did you go to?
Hey,
I
can
can't
I get
say
in it
that, bro.
next?
You gotta
That
redeem
man said
yourself when you
I
come
ain't gonna
back.
repeat
You
that.
gotta get them thoughts back, that memory back.
Yes,
The
sir.
That boy,
Giga Ayo.
What's up, y'all? How's it going?
What's
My
the
bad.
deal, Tom?
I was on the phone.
Is you on Xbox? I thought about that. Or you on PlayStation?
Who, me? No, I'm on Xbox. I've been telling you this for
Oh,
like
let
a
me. I
year
gotta
now.
add you. I don't know why the heck I didn't
Man,
add
the
you.
real
Long time
people
ago.
on Xbox. What's wrong with
Yeah, I've
you,
been
I
trying
man?
mean,
to
no,
add you
I'm not
for
gonna
a
say all
year,
that. I got
cuz.
an Xbox, but I'm playing Team PlayStation all day.
You.
I got an
But
Xbox though, but
You what?
I only got that weak box because my friends and my
weak
friends
box
they
is insane. That's
yeah
crazy.
weak box. Yep, I'm sticking with that. I'm at
That's
Team PlayStation
crazy.
ever since before y'all traded because y'all had a
Man,
PlayStation too.
boy.
I bet y'all did.
All right, we did, but that's
Man, that's
not
why your
that's
game
Little
so.
beside the
That's why
point.
you so
traitors,
weak on the game,
traitors.
kid.
That's the
but
only thing that break my peace when people want to talk junk and get PlayStations. Like,
but I wanted to dispel something. I was here
Oh,
way
hey,
earlier.
Omega, what's up, brother? What you doing?
Yeah,
I see you down
I
there.
my
was
God
boy
here.
bless you
Mig in
too,
the
bro.
building. You already know.
What's up,
Yes,
buddy?
sir.
Yeah, I was
God,
here
that remind me of the
way
old
earlier. My
days.
bad, y'all.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was here way earlier, but I was on the phone, so I was listening, and I heard the whole thing about the pro-choicers that came up here and attacked. They tend to do that. It is what it is, right? But I'll go ahead. I guess I can answer this to both of the questions that have something about abortion in it, right? So you really don't care about kids agreeing to more than one abortion. Yeah, you don't care about them if you do one, at all. Yeah, you unalive children. That's what you do. You're a murderer. You believe God is pro-life, pro-choice. He's pro-choice, of course, of course. I
You
think
say
I went over
pro-choice too?
this.
That's crazy. I straight up think it's
I'm
pro-life.
playing.
That's
I'm playing.
crazy.
I'm playing. He's pro-life,
You
but
scare
no,
me.
yeah,
You
no,
are
I'm playing.
so
I'm
bull.
playing.
I'm like, hold up. You the second person I know that's
No,
in the
I'm playing.
Bible
I'm
that
playing.
said that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, he's definitely pro-life, 100%
You
pro-life.
scare me. You can't scare
Yeah,
me like that.
yeah, no. You know I'm playing, but no, he's definitely pro-life. Of course, the Bible talks about how he hates those who spill innocent blood. Proverbs 6:16. It's in there. Go ahead and read that. So of course he does. I wanted to also talk about this whole parasite thing. Now I'm gonna let you know that's probably like one of the worst pro-choice arguments ever. To say that it is a parasite, that's probably one of the dumbest things you could ever say. Two requirements to be a parasite: one, you have to be a different species than your host, and
That's
two,
right.
you have to just take from the host and not give anything back. A baby, a fetus, zygote, blastocyst, all of these, neonate, none of these qualify because all of these in those stages give back something to the mother. Did anybody know that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
T cells and stem cells.
Yep, and stem cells. These will protect you from certain cancers. It's also
Yep.
boosts your immune system, like only 12 said. Not only that, but they're human. And guess what the mother is too? Also a human, which that means they don't meet any of the requirements to be called a parasite. The people who do that only do that just to dehumanize, which is hilarious because those are the same people that are usually talking about, oh, you're dehumanizing us by doing this
Or
and just
calling us
looking
a
at our
female
bodies.
or male.
Yeah, you're just looking at our
Parasites have
bodies.
parasites, in other words.
Exactly. Like they will sit here and do this, but then call
That's
a
true.
baby, a human baby, a parasite, which is ultimate dehumanizing. And this is the most innocent class.
Yes.
Hypocrites.
Uh-oh.
Hypocrites.
Yeah.
It's the biggest
You're
form of
literally just
eugenics.
evil. Exactly. Those are bigots. Those are bigots.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
You're bigots. That's all you are. So just to sit here and dehumanize them so you can kill them is literally what you're doing. That's my bad. F1 in the comments. That's what you're doing. You're literally just doing that just so you won't feel bad about unaliving something that you know you're supposed to have responsibility over. That's all you're doing. You're a terrible person. But well, I would say not terrible. You're immoral. But yeah, now with that, yeah, there's other things. I think only 12. You probably covered a lot of the other stuff. Like I said, I was on the phone. Um but yeah, these are humans. You are a human at conception because you meet all the requirements for life, the 7 markers and blah blah blah. You all know this, right? You're also alive. There are 3 states of being: inanimate, live, and dead. DED. F1 in the comments again, y'all. And that unalive things don't grow. They can't maintain homeostasis because they're not alive, and they're not inanimate because they move. Which means the only one that could be fitting is alive. Which means you unalive them when you do this.
I'll be right back, Tony. Real quick, just running real quick.
Yeah, no problem.
Lene after you, and then sister after that.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So
Smith.
yeah, you unalive them when you do these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Miss Matt right there. But hey, Miss Matt. But yeah, nah, you unalive them when you do these things. It's not good. That's a human rights violation. So by definition, it's an unjustified murder of a child. That's what you're doing.
Can't argue
Unjustified.
with
Unless y'all can justify it, which would be extremely hard. It would be very, very hard without looking like a racist, a bigot, a supremacist, an ableist, an ageist, or a pro-slaver, or a eugenist. It's going to be very hard for you to do that. But if you want to unalive on those hills, you very well can. I promise you. Your consistency will make you look crazy.
Absolutely.
But yeah, but that's for the dummies that said parasite though. But yeah, and you know.
Oh, what's up, man? How you doing?
How's it going? But Nay, go ahead.
Okay, so I wanted to say, well, I just wanted to speak on something that Jen was saying, because yeah, like we be saying, well, like some women be saying like, oh, like it was a mistake. Like that's not a mistake. Like didn't you know before like you did that you could possibly have a baby? Like that's crazy. Like please stop saying that. Like nothing like that is not a mistake. Like especially like if you do that like now, like if you do it like another time, like not once but twice, no, you can't sit here and tell me that was a mistake now. Because I'm just gonna be looking at you like, okay, but I don't care, because now I'm gonna be judging you. Like I don't care, because like I'm just like I'm serious. Like you cannot tell me that was a mistake, because like, are you serious right now? Like, so you're telling me that was a mistake, that like somebody just sat there and made you, like I'm confused. Like don't work like that. Like that's crazy. Like where's your head at? Like no. Like that would not be no mistake for me to sit there and have multiple babies like that, like irresponsibly. Like no, I made a choice. That's not no mistake. Like be for real. Like what?
First couple times might be, but
You gotta understand
constantly.
what a mistake is. A mistake is when you drop something and you wasn't trying to.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
People be sitting up here. Oh, did you? Oh, so you just so happened to fall up on it and just you mistaked it for what? A hot dog? What the fuck? Like, come on now, like people be sounding crazy.
Oh my God! Why would you? That's insane, bro.
No, I guess like the present was just so good at the moment, but now it's not good. Like now you got them kids, like and now you got that baby daddy, baby mama. Like now life ain't good no more. Like now it's not fun.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to put the damn meat in the taco, but somehow it just ended up there. Like what?
Bro, why?
Oh my God. But she right though. Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Hey, what's up?
She right. She 100%.
But Nate, did you
oh my God, people.
One second, y'all. Let Jesus' sister get in there. Jesus.
Miss Matt.
Hold on. So Nate landed. It's on me, Miss Matt.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna let Miss Matt. Miss Matt, I'm gonna be respectful because you is.
Yes,
you know.
they banned my other page, so this is my other page. So follow the page, you know. But I wanted to get up here earlier, but I wanted to say this, and I'm gonna get back serious about this conversation. Is when you create a spiritual blood debt, by unaliving babies. Like Tone say, there's some things God hates. His hands have shed innocent blood. So now you bloody spiritually. God, look at you. You bloody. Covered in blood. Now that's a debt that needs to be paid, because just like Cain, don't that blood still cry out from the earth? And when you commit untimely, do that kind of stuff, you open the door for untimely death to move about in your life. I don't know if y'all understand the seriousness of what I just said. You move.
Can you repeat it, Miss Matt, please?
Okay, when a person commits, when they unalive an innocent person, they open the door for untimely death to operate in that person's family, because that's blood spilled. That blood, that's blood being, just like with Cain and Abel, Juanita. People just think that's an old story, but that blood have to be answered for. Has to be answered for. And a lot of these women walking around that unalive these babies, like my baby, my niece just said down here, they gonna die untimely. They cutting years away from their life, unaliving these babies. They take it.
Not only that,
they take it as
not only.
No, hold on, Miss Juanita. We like to let people land fully. We actually do got an order.
They take it as a joke. They take it as something funny. There was a young lady one time. I don't know. But people sometimes they'll ask me to pray for them. And this one young lady that she asked me to pray for her. I don't just agree to pray for people. I know Sick understand what I'm saying. I don't just agree to that. I always don't understand. I always ask God about whether or not God need to pray for this person. And he showed me her in a dream, and she was covered in blood. And I asked her, I said, have you had a unlocked baby? She said, how'd you know? I say, because you bloody. And you need to repent and ask God to forgive you. That's why nothing can go right in your life. You ain't denounced, you ain't repented for this innocent blood you done shed in your life. You can't play with that like that. And I'm going to answer the prompt. Hey, Kel, this Miss Matt. They don't care nothing about no kids. They don't care nothing about themselves. They don't care nothing about no kids. But I'm going to say this and I'm going to mute up. All this innocent blood that they shed, and they're going to have to answer for it. Not to me or you, but they're going to answer to the Creator for it. I'm mute up. Thank you.
I was say, Miss Mac, can you read that Bible verse real quick?
It said Genesis. It says, whoever sheds the blood of a human by a human, shall the person's blood be shed. For in our own image, God made mankind. Let me say one more thing too. When they say it's not a baby, Kevin, did not God say He knew you in your mother's womb? He knew you before He made you in your mother's womb.
Most definitely, yeah. Yep.
He said He knitted you together in your mother's womb. So how are you gonna say that that's not a child when He said He knitted you together in your mother's womb and He knew you before He placed you in your mother's womb? So tell me how they go. Anything that they say.
True. That's true. Anything to make them feel better, we know the deal. They gonna say anything because people already live in denial anyways. Well, people that say it's not that bad. It wasn't that. It's not how you think it is. You know, I never listen to people that talk like that.
They gonna pay on the back end though. That's why you got so many funerals of the young women now. They pay it on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just because you had an abortion don't mean you ain't still a mother.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say this. That a lot of people gotta stop mistaking mistakes for
Nah,
bad
hot
choices.
dog, but I heard you.
Nah, people just be trying to cover up their bad choices to call it a mistake. It was a bad choice. It becomes a mistake when it doesn't turn out how you planned it.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why I'm like, I don't like the whole, oh, things happen. Nah, you just reckless. Call it what it is.
Well, and keep in mind, mistakes can also lead to good things,
Yeah,
i.e., children.
thank you.
So none of my children were planned. None,
True.
but do I look at them as a mistake?
Nope. I
It
don't believe in
depends. There's
mistakes.
a couple
I
situations where
don't
I would have
think,
been like, "Oh, we aren't ready to have a child right now," but you know what? We muscled through it and fought through it, and now I've got 12 beautiful babies that I absolutely love and adore, and they are my whole world.
And also honest, like they be
can you
saying
laugh?
like also honest, like they be saying like, oh, things happen and stuff like that. Like we gotta stop saying that too. Like, no, things don't just happen. Like you did that. Like you literally made that baby. Like what do you mean? Like that just didn't happen.
That's
You
Like
exactly
don't know how
what I'm
to. You don't know
saying.
how to protect yourself. Go take
I
take
think,
a next ed class.
You
hold
like
ain't
on,
that's
stubbing
hold
your
on,
toe.
crazy.
hold on. Am I tripping?
If I may
You know,
speak,
your voice
guys,
super low. Main thing trying to, and her signal messing up at the wrong time too. I think she just
My
trying to
bad.
finish up real quick.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, your voice lower, even lower now. What the heck happened? It's getting worse.
Can y'all hear me? You can hear me?
Do you have your
Like it's like her
like
mic
phone
fuckered up or
set down
something.
or something? Yeah, you sound like you're underwater.
Go
Can y'all hear me?
ahead. You can go ahead. We can hear you a little bit.
Hold on. Let me drop
There
in.
you go. It sound better now. You sound better.
Oh, okay. It's probably because my phone was on charger. But, damn. I'm down there fucking lost thought. I'm trying to think where was I. This is crazy.
He was talking about mistakes, baby. He was talking about.
Oh yeah. I said people, gotta stop mistaking their bad choices for mistakes, cause honestly, ain't nobody really planning a child unless y'all actually doing it as a whole. Other than that, ain't no kid coming into this world the right way, unless, like I said, that's unless y'all got a whole plan for that. um I think abortions, okay, so unaliving a kid is wrong, right? And I think a lot of people must understand that you wouldn't have want your mother or your father to want to unalive you or looked at you as just a fetus.
But I wanted to ask.
Like,
That's what I wanted to ask the sister. I wanted to tell her your mama should have flushed your ass down the toilet.
huh?
Young girl, this one up here, Micah. You know what I'm talking about? She was you in here?
Oh nah.
Oh, she was just going on and on. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I want to tell.
I
It
know who
feels
she
so comfortable to
is.
see my
I
peoples in the
want to
panel,
tell. I
man. I'm
want to
scared of
tell.
them other people, man.
I
It's like,
want
nah.
to tell your mama should have flushed your ass down the toilet when you were a blood clot.
And my thing is, like, people who sit up here and say that they love people, they love kids, but you pushing towards you're a person that sitting up here telling people, yes, you should get abortions, you should push for it. And it's like, at the end of the day, you ain't for a human life. You don't love kids. You literally wicked. A lot of people don't understand that you make yourself sound wicked when you say certain things. Like, especially people who sit up here and think in the mindset of, oh, yeah, what if, like, it's like the 1%ers or like very small percentage. And I'll be looking like, why do we got to bring up these cases to justify the unaliving? At the end of the day, give a person a chance at life. Regardless whether you think they're going to have a good life, bad life, the only thing you can do is sit up here and at least give them a chance, because somebody gave you a chance. The first option wasn't just to throw you away. And some shit just really just be sounding super heartless. Like, people really be sounding so heartless to me nowadays. That's why I literally be cautious when it comes to who I'm talking to, because people will be sitting up here talking about, yeah, I'm such a good person, but you just sitting up here talking about, oh yeah, that woman, her mental is going to be affected, so that's to give her a reason to sit up here and take a life. Her mental is already affected. What are you talking about? Stop acting like she was good before the child, because honestly, she made a bad decision before the child, which let me know that her mental isn't in a healthy spot no way.
So crazy don't stop them from opening their legs though, don't it?
So I don't take excuses. I don't like excuses. It's like, take some responsibility. Oh, he was trying to trap me. Nah. He couldn't want to trap you. You trapped yourself. Where's your accountability for laying down? Like, people be acting like somebody just, put your ass in the bedroom, laid your ass down, and told your ass to, here, you gonna have my baby. Girl, and not saying stuff like that don't happen. I'm just saying that's not everybody damn story. Because some of y'all just like fucked up ass men, or men who sit up here carry themselves recklessly, and then you try to sit up here and blame it all on that person that you laid with. No, baby, you laid in shit, you played in shit, and you guess what? You ended up with shit.
And the one of
You gotta do better.
Hey, Kev, can I speak, bro?
I'm sorry.
You got a
It's
few
on
people that gotta go.
Hey,
I got.
Cece.
it's on Juanita.
So Juanita, then it's on then I think it's you then, Cece.
Hey, how y'all doing?
How y'all
What's up?
doing?
How y'all doing?
Good, blessed.
If
How
I
you feeling?
may, I'm doing all right. I want to piggyback off of something this man said because that does leave you bloody. I know of someone who unalived a few babies, and now they're in at the age where they want to have babies and can't. And she always asking, why me? Why me? Why me? Everybody else patting her on the back. Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And I tell her the truth. It's already happened. He gave you two, and you took them away from here. So why you need more? You didn't appreciate the two that was already given to you. See, that's the one thing that I don't understand. You don't know what that those lives, who they are before you take them. I'm saying, you don't know, maybe you in a situation or something happened to you, or you just messed up in the brain. Maybe that was your cure right there, because you got time to focus on this child versus what mess that you in. But because you so careless and selfish, oh well, I don't want to ruin my life. You know what I'm saying? My great grandma told me one time, I got pregnant at 18. I can't stand kids, y'all, but I love them. I love them, but I can't stand them. I would never have thought, when I was pregnant, I didn't want the baby. I did not. I was just mad. I did not want to be pregnant. Then I slipped and fell in the rain and caused a whole lot of complications that could have unalived me and that baby. And you know what my first words were? when they came and asked me a question about who should they save. It wasn't me. It was save my baby. Let me go, but leave the extension of me here. Save my baby. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand. Like, even though I was all dead set before the incident, the accident, that I didn't want the baby. I don't want no baby. I'm gonna get this baby away. But once it came down to the point to where it was a choice between me and him, I was choosing him over myself. And during that time, God was just speaking to me like, this is yours. This is something I've given to you. But had I not want this child to be yours, you would not have received it. So I don't understand why women think it's okay to unalive when the only thing they could have done is not scratch that itch. We all get it. We get it, but you don't have to act on it. You don't have to act on it. You allow people to put vacuum cleaners in you damaging yourself. You creating scar tissue to where you may never, ever, ever be able to carry a fetus again. All because you at one point decided, well, I ain't ready for this. God was ready for that to happen to you. That's why it happened. I land my plane.
Like I said, some people are just out here trying to prove a point. That's what makes life wicked. When you hear people out here trying to prove a point that they can just take a life just cause they can prove a point to a guy that they can do so. Like I'm listening to this shit to where it's like, oh, I don't have to have your baby. I don't. Like, what? Are you crazy?
Sometimes it get them kids to slow you down. They don't understand that.
What's up, Kev?
What up? So we gonna get CC in motivation, then Big Bro, you after that, and then we gonna do open panel again. We didn't even get to the point, but the man, you see how not toxic. We see how that time went crazy earlier. I bet you it would have been all on it. Yeah, man, need to discipline themselves, man. As soon as you say anything about a woman, they hate that part. This thing basically holding both sides accountable and bringing awareness, but they ain't want to hear that. You see how people work. That's why I don't be trying to spend my whole time talking about women, because they're not trying to listen anyways. I'm getting to the point I'm trying to kind of probably giving up on them. You know, the ones that want to listen, they going to listen. The ones that's not, yeah, it is what it is. But I realize these are the head. That's why I congratulate anybody that want to hold women accountable, because that'd be the hardest job on earth. They would literally sabotage your whole life trying to hold them accountable. They'll make up anything. They be ready to abort you.
I've been doxxed twice.
Oh, you see?
Yeah, I've been got death threats in my inbox. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. There ain't no joke playing with them.
No, I got cursed out one time because I told somebody the first thing a child, male or female child, first woman they learn to distrust be their own mama. And boy, I'm telling you.
Facts.
They went off. I say, hey, who's the first woman that you ever learned to distrust in your life? It was your mother. And they was like, no, that ain't true. Yes, it is, because that's the only woman you come in contact with. She the first one. And oh yeah, they about ripped my butt off for saying that.
Okay. Hello everyone. We're on the first one, right, Mr. Kev?
Yeah, anything you wanted to talk about, or you can start off with the first two.
Okay. You don't really care about kids agreeing to more than one AB. I agree in the context that it's used in. I agree when you're using it as a form of birth control. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I wanted to say more about that. I was listening last night, but I don't like the fact that, okay, when you tell some women that, okay, you can use birth control, they're like, oh, well, it throws your hormones off, or it makes your hormones imbalanced. So does doing AB, because when your body registers that, because you have to wait till you have a positive pregnancy test. When your body starts recognizing that now it's thriving for two other than one, that's an extra hormone. Sorry, I have my toddler. That's an extra hormone going through your body that is, your body is registering that now is feeding for two, is doing everything for two, is pumping blood for two, is no longer surviving just for one. So when you cut that short, now you send your body in. Well, this is my opinion. I'm not gonna say this is proof or this is any stats and that. My thinking of it is now when you go and you abruptly stop that, now you're setting your hormones to be imbalanced, just as well as they say birth control does and causes cancer. There's so many things in this world that causes cancer and throw your hormones off. Birth control shouldn't be one of that everybody's against. Eating too many burgers, fries, unhealthy eating, unhealthy diet can all keep your hormones in an imbalanced state. So I hate when I hear women say that, well, you don't know it can cause cancer. The sun can cause cancer. Eating certain things can cause cancer. You worried about birth control? Dang on, the C shot got people got no new diagnoses of situations and things, but everybody got it because they needed it for their job. So if you know that you don't want to have a baby or worry about those things, then just get what you can get. Talk to your doctor and figure things out so that you don't have to worry about ruining your chances later on in life of if you want to have a child, you can. Somebody said, I think I heard last night, that sometimes if you take birth control for a long period of time, it can make you sterile. Then for the women who really don't want to have a baby, go get birth control. It can make you sterile. You don't have to worry about a baby for the rest of your life if that's the case. I get tired of hearing the argument of birth control does this, birth control does that. I've been on birth control on and off since I was 16. And I understand but I feel like I understand from myself personally. It's not for everyone. I understand. I get it. I feel like for myself personally, I've learned a lot about birth control. I cannot take the pill because if I miss a pill, I'm very fertile. So I know I can't take the pill. I tell my doctors that. Depot shot, I'm not good with needles. I don't want to do that. So now I have an arm implant. And that's what I do. Do I feel like my hormones is imbalanced? Maybe a little bit, but when I talk to my doctors and I get my blood work done, they say everything looks good. Okay, I trust it, whatever. But like I really get upset when I hear that. Oh well, if birth control is nothing is 100%. You need to tell these guys to just not know because they're only going to do what you allow them to do. If you lay down and you say, give it to me, they gonna give it to you, and they're not gonna care what happens afterwards because it's always mama's baby and daddy's maybe. That's how I was raised. So be careful about who you laying down with. Be careful about what you're doing, what you do with, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be your responsibility whether you keep it, whether you don't, whether you do whatever. It's always gonna be on your conscience at the end of the day. While that man gonna pick up and roll up his jeans and keep it moving. That's it. So that's what I want to say for number one. If they say a lot of women are passing away by pregnancy, why even open your legs? Well, hey, I just why even open your legs? I mean, because and granted, I mean, for those that actually, have been married and they do, okay, well, we're not talking about those. We're talking about like the ones that sitting around here popping it like it ain't no popping it, and then, well, this is. I just can't, like, I don't know. It's just so, like, because I've known people personally that done had them like popping Skittles, and I just don't understand, like, how, like, you just, like, they know you. It's your second home. You coming in, the girl today again? Yeah, girl. Today again, they got me. No, you got yourself all messed up and discombobulated, and you wonder why your body is out of whack. It can't get back to in shape. You can't lose weight. You can't get your body and your hormones together because your body is confused at this point. Every time we think we feed it for two, you turn around, you cut it short, and what we doing again? I can't even remember. What we doing? So I'm gonna land right there. Sorry, I went waiting, Mr. Kev. I've been waiting all night.
I
Oh my
know. I
boy,
remember
I
you was
can't
telling me
wait.
the He said, I'm coming in tomorrow strong. Good thing you ain't come here earlier. That job was hectic dealing with all the 70 people and stuff, man. I'm glad it died down a little bit. Boy.
And Kev felt Miss Piggy to come up here and want to claim somebody want to screw her. The ones claiming somebody want to screw, girl, nobody want to bend you over.
Who was
I think that was me.
the song? The motivation go? Oh no, yeah, motivation. Then it's you, brother.
No, brother, I didn't go yet.
You go ahead. Go to motivation, then you, big bro, and then we gonna get get Creole and then Gemini.
First of all, I want to shout out to my guy, my family, my guy Kevin. Man, I
What's
appreciate you,
that?
fam. Man, you good people, bro. It's nothing but love over here for you,
For
bro.
sure, man.
Man, I want to give love to the panel, man. I appreciate everybody, every single one of y'all being up here. So I just want to acknowledge you and give you that respect. So, okay, the first question looks like it said you don't really care about kids agreeing to more than one AB. You know, I agree with that because one might be an accident, but when it comes to two, that's intentional. That's just being reckless. That's being irresponsible. That's not choosing to make the best possible choice. I was actually on a live earlier that was crazy. And I'm gonna say it like this. The lady was just, her verbal gymnastics was crazy. She was making excuses. And I simply said this. I said, all the forms of protection that exist. I've said for the man's side, for the woman's side, and you're telling me people are accidentally getting pregnant? You're telling me that no one was paying attention towards paying attention in biology class? You're saying the entire existence of human beings, we know how human beings are created. We know how human beings are born. We know what has to happen between the woman and the man for conception to even happen. So for you to even fix your mouth and suggest that people are accidentally not knowing what it is that's creating a child, please stop. That's suggesting that people are not that intelligent. No, people are just choosing to be reckless and not make the best possible choices. Period. And I simply said like this, and for ladies, and I'm not attacking you, I'm saying, if you want to ensure that you do not get pregnant by a low quality man, a low vibration man, hey, if it's a guy you not really take seriously like that and you want to get down like that, you simply say, hey, you got to wrap up if you're going to get access to my body. And you literally say, hey, if you're not gonna wrap up, you don't get access to my body. And there's a small portion, there's a very small percentage. I'm good. There's a small percentage that right assault does happen, and I understand that. But it's not the majority. It's not the majority of the time. Most of these guys are gonna say, all right, cool. They're either gonna agree to it, or they gonna walk away and say, nah, I don't wear those. So there you go. You just saved yourself, ladies, from a bad predicament that you could possibly be in. I'm gonna land my plane.
Mm-hmm. I like that. And even that, right? I still think that's the reason why I put closed leg overall, right? This thing we call protection, whatever you want to call it, that's some new.
Absolutely.
This is some new stuff or whatever. Everybody trying to use it. They was not using at the beginning of the time, like I use all the time. You don't see dogs throwing on condoms before they do it. And we were just meant to just slip it in. It was no, let me put this on first, or let me bust on their booty, all that stuff. That wasn't part of it. I mean, we doing all this extra stuff, eating the booty and all this new stuff. We just getting too crazy with it now. And now, well, this is part of the me feeling good. Like, whatever, they be doing everything now though. But overall, even with that axe, just know we done seen it plenty of times. If you want to try condoms, if you want to try these planting the CBs, whatever, all that stuff y'all talking about, still know. Everybody know you still could possibly get a kid out of it. So from this point, everybody got all this research and saying I know how to, and I got degrees and on all this other stuff, but somehow keep talking about it's a mistake. It's not a mistake when we done got enough information. Ain't nobody by now, even these little kids know this. That's how bad it is. Even these little children that's 7 years old probably even know this stuff. That's literally how bad it is. Like, people is not getting hidden from these things. From this point, that's why I am kind of more leaning to what P was saying down there. I said her name wrong. My bad. Paulie P, right? I'm leaning more because, like, I feel like none of it is an accident. None of it is a mistake, low key. Because, like, ain't nobody. Everybody know by now. We know that you do these two things, and you're going to get it. The only thing that could be, and it's not even called an accident. It's just it was it was the unwilling thing. We know what I'm trying to get to about that. That's the only thing that probably get a slide. You see what I'm saying? But even that ain't, that's the first. That's why I said I gave room for one. Right from that point, you have to be very, very watch where you going. Right, these same people that say they go through these things, they still go to clubs, they still go to all these places you can get messed up again. From that point, you and I'm sad to put it that way, but it's like you just looking for it now. You still go there half dressed. I mean, y'all the same ones that argue all this stuff. Well, watch the men for what they do and all this stuff. Y'all know the deal. Like, y'all be acting, and I know that y'all smarter than this. I know y'all smarter than this, and I just don't be understanding these excuses. Y'all always deflect, go back to, but it's the man. But it's the man. Like, bro, you the one that's going to be stuck with the kid at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So from this point, it sounds like carelessness on your end. I know it's the man that be robbing me. I know it's the man, but I know to try to put my car in a safe spot so it don't get broke into. I know not to sit there and walk out with money when I know it's money hungry people out there. So there's no way that people act like they so smart and intelligent. They act foolish. I'm trying to find a clean way. They act foolish when it come to think about it. They ain't supposed to do that. Like, whatever. This is the world we living in. And people so quick to say, I live in reality, and then talk about some delusional stuff right after that. Like, pick your side. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. So overall, I would say no. It's from this point, it's not a mistake. Like I'm saying, if little kids know this stuff, you grown folks is not that. I'm trying my best to watch the words. Y'all not that foolish. I'm gonna put it that way. Y'all not. So it ain't no mistake. Y'all know what come out of it. You seen your mama try it. You seen all them try it, and you thought you was somebody special that can do it. So it is not a mistake. So we gotta stop that silly lie. Stop lying. I didn't know that. No, you knew what was going to happen when you opened your legs. No matter if you try, like I said, plan B, C, all that stuff, you knew the deal. So that's why I'm getting to this point more than ever. You just care about that pleasure more than AB. I mean, more than AB, more than the kids. And y'all need to stop lying about that. Y'all care about that kids. Y'all want that, get that feeling out. You know what I'm saying? And if it is really that serious that you can't control it, use the roll. I mean, rolls, whatever the heck y'all be using nowadays, your hand, whatever, use that. But overall,
listen, Kevin. Listen, the thing about it is they're not even protecting themselves with STD rates being up 30%. So you're not even caring about yourself.
Yeah.
Matt, no, because they don't care about that because they got what's that girl? Smexy Red out there talking about some. She got all this. They said she got lip line or something, lipstick.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
that.
She got
Get on
her
my lips.
lipstick called like
Gonorrhea.
All them
chlamydia or something.
STIs. All them STIs. That's what they said. I ain't never seen it. If I see
And
that,
they loving it too. That's a sad world.
You're so much smarter than our grandmothers, right? But then the STD rates have been up this high since 1920.
Because everybody careless. I'm gonna say this, guys. I know it's been a proven fact that birth control does not work on me at all. So I knew what to do not to get pregnant. Shut it down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shut it down or get married. Like I got married, so anything that came after that, we cool. We good.
like and then like
But
a lot of. I'm sorry, Dan.
You know what the problem is? You know what the problem is? The women out here trying to screw like the men. It's a competition.
That's true.
It used to be a time women used to set the standard of what they said. Well, I'm not gonna lower myself. Like I always talking about a man cheat. Listen, my husband cheat. I'm not cheating.
I know my worth.
But the point I'm making is women used to say, I don't care what a man do. I'm not gonna lower myself. The problem is, the generation of women out here, y'all out here trying to outscrew the men. That's the problem.
Yep.
Yeah. So real quick, y'all, let me get Big Bro in. Then we go. Dang. The gym. I got two more people. Dang. I do want to rush to this open panel. I ain't gonna lie. So let me get. Huh?
It's Big Bro, me, and then Gemini.
Yeah, Big Bro. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? This is an interesting conversation. I'm so glad I came in and Kev sent me this live this time because I seen 3 questions that kind of interested me. It was the last one, the middle one, and then the top one. But I'm gonna go off with the bottom one because it's like
we ain't there yet. Yeah, we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. Dang.
Yeah, we just only the first 2. We just doing the first 2 for now, just to make the conversation.
The first 2. Okay, so
yep.
Yeah, you don't really care about kids agreeing to more than one abortion. That kind of confused me a little. So I was gonna ask you, like, explain a little more. Like,
I think I just literally explained it though, just literally. But I say it over again.
Yeah, but kids, as in like the children and stuff, like knowing, or like
children
kids,
as a whole. Children as a whole.
Don't care about them.
Well, to be honest, I couldn't tell you how I would think. You know what I'm saying? Kids, like, you know what I'm saying, like that know about abortions and stuff like that could really care because, if they it's a hard way to put it because like First off, you know what I'm saying, they smart enough to know what it is and know that it's wrong. So it's damn. That's a hard one. I'm just gonna go straight to the second one. I'm gonna just go straight to the second one.
All right.
It's like, but if they say a lot of women are passing away by pregnancy, why even open your legs? Okay, so first off, I immediately acknowledge the thing that they were saying, but a lot of time women be SA'd and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not their fault if they don't want the kid and stuff like that. But yeah, that I agree to. But besides that, what's up? Hold on.
No, you got caught. Boy, get your ass. Say no.
But,
I know you ain't on
yeah,
that lie. I know you ain't. I'm sorry.
passing away my pregnancy, why you even open your legs? Yeah, like I said, you know what I'm saying? A lot of women get SA. So at that point, like that excuse, you know what I'm saying, that's viable. But besides that, man, like at that point, you know you opening your legs, and you know what I'm saying, that it's accountable for both parties. Like you gotta take action on that too. Because you know what I'm saying, like it's, you know what I'm saying, woman's body, woman's choice at the end of the day. But you know what I'm saying, if you want to make that decision by yourself, then you at fault for that. Because now if you want to include somebody in it and they said, no, I want this child, then you asked for that other person's opinion. So now you got to take that into account because you don't want to open your legs. So that's all I got to say about that.
Okay.
It's me,
Jane, you
Kev.
next.
Hey, Kev. Hey, everybody.
What's up?
We're getting old, Kev.
No, it's
So
different when you hosting the panel. So be a
I
lot.
know, because all I do is get on mine and cuss. But
You stupid dog.
you actually host panels. So first of all, I'm gonna say this because I'm about to dispel some things. And this is my phone went dead yesterday, Kev, but also this was a little touchy topic because you already know why.
I understand. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and dispel this. For people that's saying that they are still for AB when something happens and occurs, like the loss of, control of yourself based on somebody else essaying or raping you. Well, my 16-year-old daughter is due to me being raped. And she's living today. She saved my life. And I had many choices. And I had a room full of doctors and nurses to give me those choices. And one thing that I will say is out of all four of my children, that child in that room saved my life. Because I was out of control. I was reckless. I don't want any, it's not sympathy because I am very proud of being a mother. That was my first child. I was 19 years old. I was raped at 18. But when I say that you cannot take a decision that God has given you, you can't take that into your own hands. So when I was given all these options, and most of them were not geared towards adoption, and I'm not going to judge anybody based on that situation because it is a difficult situation. You don't know if you're going to be able to raise that child based on the circumstance. But one thing that I do know is that I had a big mama, and my big mama turned to me and she said, you don't know who you have that you're carrying. And God makes no mistakes. People make selfish choices and selfish decisions, but God doesn't make any mistakes. You don't know if you have the next president you're holding. You don't know if that child is going to save your life. You don't know if one day you're going to need that child, and that child is still going to be with you no matter what. So if you make that decision that only God can make, you're going to be facing that decision even after this life. My daughter is 16. She goes with me. We do work with other young women that go through the same circumstance so they can see that my daughter is not the product of grape. My daughter is who she is. And because of that turmoil, God gave me a child that's graduating at 16 years old this year. Well, 2025. She can sing very well. She just got a job today. She went on her first day at work. My daughter has helped me even when I go through things concerning my Crohn's disease. When I'm depressed, she's literally my angel. She lifts me up, and she's stronger than me at times. And no matter what I do as a mother, no matter how hard it gets, That is the first child that comes to me. And she gives me so much courage, encouraging words. She helps other kids and things of that nature. So I'm not judging anybody for making any decisions. I'm not for playing God. And I don't speak about my connection to the Most High because it's personal. And a lot of people don't understand it if you tell your story. Because to say that I've been saved out of a lot of situations, a lot of people won't understand that. You know what I'm saying? But when I say that child is my angel, that child is literally my angel
Can I
and
say,
was given to me based on the fact that God loved me that much that he gave me a child that loves me unconditionally.
so that's your fair weather child.
Yes,
That's your fair.
absolutely.
That was my mother's fair weather child. When I say fair weather, that's your child. He gave you that no matter what storms you go through in your life, that child gonna be there for you.
Absolutely. She doesn't complain about anything. And anything that I've ever given her from when she was old enough to speak at 9 months, she's always been so excited. I could have gave her a hot dog and she was gracious over the hot dog, and that's why I pour so much into her because I see her pouring into other children. You know what I mean? So, and she pours into me and she pours into herself, and our protection over each other is different. So, no matter the circumstance or situation, you don't know who you're carrying. You don't know if that's going to be your only child. Don't make decisions that only the Most High has the capability of making, because God does not make any mistakes. My other three, all birth control. Depot shot, my last one. Birth control patch, and also the ring. All of them. And they're here because God wanted them to be here. Not because I can make decisions based on birth control. Because regardless of whether he would have strapped on 2 condoms and I would have put on every birth control, them babies was going to be here. You know what I'm saying? My tubes is tied now because but even said and done, if it was meant for me to have another one, tubes tied or not, it's going to be here. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, make sure that you're making the right choice when it comes down to having smecks. And that's why it takes adults to be able to procreate and have smecks, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of outcomes that can happen outside of having children. But the outcome could be a child. Be grown enough to know what you're doing. And if you're young and you're laying down and you procreate a baby, they're not mistakes. That was your personalized choice, and consequence is not substitute to ignorance.
Nice. I like that, boy. That's a
Testimony.
message that need to be heard right there, boy. That was good, man.
A beautiful testimony. A mama who decided to keep her baby and not use the circumstances of the birth to make another decision. That's a blessing.
I mistreat the baby because of the circumstances. Oh, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. This is the second person I ran into in my life that's done that. That's beautiful, though.
I
And
love the
it's and
fact
it
that
shows. I like how she said, like, it show, and then this show a prime example of a person that actually care about more about the kid, because she knew what comes behind it, even though she ain't like, well, it's a mistake that it came out. I done put this on there, I done used depth, I done used all
Right.
these things, and they still came out.
And I want
Well,
to say, Miss, I'm sorry, Mr.
go
Kev,
ahead,
I don't want to
go
cut you
ahead.
off, but I wanted to say to Miss Creole that to me is a definition of a strong woman. When you went through that and you had all these options, you had all these feelings, but what you chose to do was to do the right thing. And to me,
Mm-hmm.
this is a strong woman, because I can honestly say it. I would have. I don't know. I don't know that all the details, but I would have probably cried. I probably strapped the boots up and wore them panties, but like, ooh, I can imagine. Like, but I am so grateful. Oh, it's so beautiful. That's a beautiful
Thank
story.
you.
Oh, it's so
And
beautiful.
and what I see it as is just when I gave birth to it, I knew we was gonna be the only 2 people in that room. I said God gave me a blessing that many may not have the opportunity to have, but God gave me a blessing to raise someone, to have this child. And I got to do right. I got to do what I'm supposed to be doing because God put me on this mission. And this mission is not meant for everybody, but it's the reason why God gave me this mission. And I'm going to do it.
And not only that, like that's an extension of you. No matter what the circumstances are, your blood flowing through, is you that's doing the nurturing. And I just don't see how somebody could cut that off, because that's taking away a part of you. I'm glad that you confirmed what I said earlier, because you don't know who you giving birth to. We have
Yeah.
no clue.
Yeah. People rather
No.
say, well, it's just parasites. They rather just live with that. Whatever. Yeah, that's what make them feel better though. But you ain't give it a chance. You
You
ain't
know
give it a
what really
chance.
bothers me is when our people get to talking like that and don't realize that that's a word that's been embedded in our heads, so we can cut our own selves off. Like we damaging ourselves, but they not looking at it like that.
But Juanita, can you
They ain't
imagine?
looking at it like that.
But Juanita, can you imagine explaining to the creator, calling his creation a parasite?
Mm.
Thank
Can you
you.
imagine
Thank you.
All right.
How you gonna tell
Let me
them?
see. Is somebody I can switch out for a quick second? I'm gonna try to get old souls in
I'm
for
a
a
I'm
quick
a
second.
drop down. I just wanted to share that story to
Oh yeah, man. I'm
dispel what
glad
was
that you
going
said that. That was
on.
most definitely needed to hear though. Not man. That was most definitely a definition of a strong person, man. You went past. She went past the way she felt. She went past in that because she do prioritize the children, which is most important. I love that. I really love that a lot for real. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, we need way more selfless people that's like that. We most definitely need that. I wish people really did think like that. Because things happen. It's gonna. I mean. No, not put it that way, but I'm just saying, like, as in, put it like life don't go as we plan a lot of the times, and just like he said, like she said, sure, at the end of the day, it's God's plan. There's so many things that a lot of us probably done went through some things, but I realize, I guess the best way I be trying to look at it at things is that things, and that's what I've been learning lately, is that things don't happen to me, it happened for me. And I think once people start having that mindset, they realize, and you realize things start coming to play for you and stuff for the most part when you see things like even people cuss you out or if, your job fire you and all that stuff, usually be something ahead of time. It's just really being patient, staying connected to what you believe in, and then, from that point, try to make what's best out of life. That's why I try to live life the best way I can every day. I don't wait till a special moment and I gotta want to go on a cruise to find my happiness. I gotta go. Nah, I mean, I can't be happy now. I can't wake up and have a good happy spirit or a grateful spirit and all that stuff. So I mean, I just be thinking about stuff like that. But that most definitely need. I wish he was here earlier to speak. That show a true definition of someone that actually cares about others besides themselves. That's very rare. That is very rare, especially in 2024. Because we living in a world. I feel like and I want this and all that other stuff, and they trying to justify to make that right. You think I'm supposed to be miserable all the rest of my life? All that stuff is a temporary thing. Just because you happy for the moment, that don't mean that that's gonna erase your misery that you have within you. From that point, you choosing to stay miserable. You know what I'm saying? Because of your faults, your messed up decisions you made in life and all that stuff. Because you don't want to change your point of view or how you look at things and stuff. So that's your cause. Because everybody had this, and I notice the more selfless you is, the more you be at peace in life, and that's just what that is. When you so selfish and thinking everything, man, what is happening to me? I'm at the bottom of the bob and all that stuff. You gonna stay feeling that way. That's just what that. It's never gonna change until you change the way you think. But that's a whole nother message, y'all. My bad. I gotta get Gemini and then I'm gonna get my Soul in the building. I gotta make sure I get y'all to it. Take care, but at 18, what you talking about? Go ahead, Gemini. What's up, my brother?
What are you doing?
I'm getting my clothes out of here.
Oh. Mm. What's good with you?
What's up, man?
Okay, I'm off me. All right. Where we at again?
Oh, no, we were just on the first two. We haven't got to the men yet. We're gonna get to that part. Now that's gonna be the other half. I bet you everybody like, hey man, praise the Lord. Talk about these men. They gonna love that part. You get on the woman part, they don't want to hear how that. But just the first two. How you feel about it? You don't really care about the kids. That's the first part, and then the other one, the first prompt. That's the first two.
No, I disagree. I think that, you can care about kids and have, as many ABs as you really want to have. You don't care about your kids, and it definitely goes to show, person's character and how they feel about themselves and their own health. But yeah, I don't think that stops you from caring about children.
Interesting.
And oh, that but then, like, so that second one, I don't know. People just, especially nowadays, people are too pleasure based to keep their legs cold. Yeah, like it should be as simple as, I don't want to, possibly risk my life, but yeah, that pleasure kicks in, or that pleasure center of the brain kicks in, and all logic goes out the window. That's it.
Okay, for sure, for sure. All right, let's get Unc in the building. Then we're gonna do the open panel after that, because I know everybody got something.
Blissful night to my
How you
beautiful
feeling,
friends.
man?
Hi there, man, Kevin. Everything good?
You know it. You know it. Yeah, you hear you. I'm even happier now. There we go.
Right. I only have one thing to say about the two topics on the top. Just one. And this goes for everybody on this panel. Right? When people come to all with their blood clot problems, especially when they are adults, be very careful who all you entertaining around all you, because they are the ones that disregard life. It is very imperative and important to you all. Don't entertain them. Why when people going through problems in life and they're complaining and they always have a complaint, it's because of things like that they do in their life. Understand me, all your uncle telling all you I living in the Caribbean. Right? And I see things. And I hear people complaining. And I just shake my head. Once in every mistake you're making is enough, not twice. Each and every one of us are entitled to make one mistake in our lives. One. Uno. The reason why I could tell all of that, I live it. I live it. I ain't vex I make the one mistake. I ain't vex at all. I'm grateful that I made it. It make me into a better person in the world today. Right, people? So be careful of the ones we entertain around us to change our beautiful spirit of loving life. Right? To my sister Creole, my word, sister, Lord Father, if you know how powerful you are, is a shame. Be very careful. There are people out there watching you and want what you have. Once you're in the room still and you're listening, I hope you hear that. There are people out here watching how powerful you are, and they want that. Don't give in. To my beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen, I love you all from the Caribbean. I send you all love, peace, and happiness. Right? I love all you.
Love you too, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Love you too. Thank you.
One love.
I think that's everybody. Open panel, let's get it.
Open panel.
Okay. Mind if I start it off real quick?
I think somebody did just ask me earlier if they wanted to start. Was it Nay? I feel like it was Nay. Let me let Nay then jump rope after that. I don't know who I can't do an order.
Now we're gonna play double dutch. You gotta get in with your head. Double dutch. I miss them days. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right.
Like, okay, so like Cece was literally saying everything, like, because like, yes, like they be okay. So like, I want to start like with the birth control thing. Like, literally, like it's like, so yes, like now everything causes like cancer or like a illness now, like. Like now, yeah, like now, like it's like you need to watch like what you put in your body. So when they be saying that, it's like, well, it don't matter because like what she said, like whatever you eat, like all that burgers and stuff, like even pork, like you shouldn't even be eating that because you can get like cancer. Like even the sun, like you shouldn't even be just sitting out. You shouldn't, like what? Like so it's just like we don't even be hearing how we sound sometimes. So you're saying like all this stuff, like yes, like the birth control like do have like side effects, but like some of them like just be saying that, I don't know, like just to not be on it. Like that's just like how I feel. Like you're saying that like just to have an excuse and you pop up pregnant every time.
Girl, it's an echo chamber. They be like, let me say that too. Yeah, because you ain't probably even experienced the hormones imbalance, and the sun can give you cancer, and the food you eat can place your hormones out of place. Again, the AB can play. Girl, Nate, say it, girl. I'm just trying to boost you. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
Like that's
I'm your
really
back cheerleader.
crazy. Like yeah, but I definitely like now that is true because like I do like know. And yes, like, and especially like the depot shot, like that does like have like side effects, and like especially like with like the bone thing or
Bone.
whatever.
And
But
weekend rooms. But you gotta. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm excited. I was waiting all night. I was listening to y'all all night last night because I'm a hype. I told Kev, I said, I have my drink ready. I'm ready tonight.
like yes, but yes, like I don't know, like this just be pissing me off because like but also like for them to be saying like oh like these niggas not, yeah, like they not nothing, like but y'all stay pregnant literally, like, and then you keep saying like now I do understand, like, and I actually know, like I do actually know like some of the like some stuff like and the stuff like that we do like put in our body, like they do like have like side effects, but like for something like that, like you're not just trying to be on it just like for that and just for you to pop up pregnant every time, like that's crazy. Like you're not trying to protect yourself at all, so what are you using? Because I mean, a plan B is not going to protect you. Like, I'm confused. Like, and that
Now,
does not protect you. Like, that's not even no contraceptive. Like, they be like taking them, like trying to kill themselves. Like, no. Like, you keep taking that pill over and over. Like you started going buying that, like that's gonna save you, baby. Like you probably already, like it's probably already too late. Like you have to take it like in time. Like that's crazy.
right, and you need to know the last time that you need to have taken it. So, yeah, look, that's why my third one here right now, because we thought we was slick. I got off this dang little birth control thing. Yeah, I thought we was slick, but I'm married, so it was okay. It was all right. But we had already talked about it. I said, now I'm off birth control. You know, the adult thing to do was talk about it before we start. I'm already off birth control. So what's the next plan? Okay, we the old plan B. Yeah, okay. I thought I was gonna do a prank, girl. Let me tell you. I'm sorry, it's a little short story, but I thought I was gonna do a prank on my husband for his birthday and take a pregnancy test and say, "Ooh, I think I'm pregnant." Da da da. Girl, why I pee on that stick and it say positive? And we took 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Said what now? Yeah, the joke was on me. The pie was in my face, cause yeah, I thought I was playing a little jokey joke on my husband, and the joke was on me. And now we got baby number 3.
Oh, okay, real quick. Can I like get some? Because I'm looking for my charger. I can't find it. My phone might die.
But yes, like CC like said a handful. Like I can't even remember everything she said. Like you were just talking.
Girl, I was building up. Go ahead, Mr. Big. I was doing. Look, I'm here. I'm here for a long time and a fun time. I told Mr. Kev last night. I said, "Ooh, I'm about to jump in this tomorrow. I'm about to jump in this tomorrow." I couldn't get in last night, but I said, "Oh, you just wait." Yeah, baby, I'm here.
Oh, my bad, I just found it.
I
Anyway,
might have to give me a little sipperoni myself. I ain't did it in a while. I really do.
hey, first one I wanted to get to was because also earlier today I had reminded myself that I had someone I had met that was a non-believer. You know what I'm saying? So I just try, you know what I'm saying, not push them, but you know what I'm saying, bring Jesus in them, all that other stuff and whatever, right? And they was like, nah, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? And I say a little prayer for them. And then I seen later that they posted on their story something about a young lady that went missing a couple years back and everything, right? And then hello,
Yeah.
I cool. So
Thinking about refreshing the stream though a little bit.
I think you probably got a call or something. Oh, and there you go.
my bad. But yeah, basically it was saying that almost every justification that I've seen today, Bible verses talk about we all need Jesus, or America or the earth needs Jesus, and then they're saying no, we don't. And I find that kind of like a compelling argument because it says, do you believe God is more pro-life or pro-choice? Why or why not? And explain it. Hey, listen, as it says, and I forgot what scripture it is, Jesus is coming back, right? So then, and if he's going to come back, he's going to need someone to, I'm not sure how, I'm not sure how it was, but he's going to come back and then he's obviously going to need to be birthed back into this world, right? So then, if you abort a child, right? How's, you know what I'm saying? If you kill the baby, how are we gonna know when, you know what I'm saying, the savior gonna come back? Because that's my whole thing. Because that's what God needs. He wants His Son to come back so we can all be saved. That's my first thing. That was one. So I kind of found that post that person I made kind of interesting because damn, she's saying like we don't need Jesus, but I'm thinking like we kind of do, but like not in all that sense. Like at an economic standpoint, no, but like in a religious standpoint, so we can all be say, you know what I'm saying, so we can all be at peace. Yes. definitely first and foremost. So I just wanted to know what y'all thought about that.
Hey y'all, real quick, I'm gonna do a quick refresh because it dried down, and I do want to get this pop. I want this to go popping. Hopefully, it don't get too bad like earlier, because that joint had. I barely talk though, but I am trying to get some people some different point of views and stuff and whatever though. But yeah, I'm gonna do a quick little refresh. Y'all all come right back, and when y'all come right back, just get to instantly tapping, instantly sharing, and we'll be back in because I'm gonna get some good hours on this thing too though. So give me a second, y'all.
Yeah. Are you offering the hearts like you did last night? Because I was about to hop on there. I said, Alter must have got on there first. I'm playing now.
Yeah, I actually did. We did. I did another half section yesterday too, though. Yeah, the first thing. But yeah, we about to get deep, dig deep on this thing. Sound right? That's weird. But because we still haven't got to the part about the men and all that. Oh, it's about to get deep. That's why I said this can get But literally 1 second, y'all. Instantly tapping, y'all. Remember, instant tap and shares.